live, finally. Apologies for the delay. As you can see, we have a new shiny overlay, which means lots of cutting and editing for me. The guys can't hear me because I have forgot to press my push to talk because my mic has decided not to work. But you guys can hear me because for some reason OBS is picking up my mic, but Discord isn't. Who knows? So they're all happy now. You're all happy. Let's get going. So you are watching Fumbles and play the third session of Out of the Abyss. Who are Fumbles and Fame? We are a Discord community that love everything tabletop, from D&D to 40k. It's all in there. Mostly D&D though, so don't be surprised if you turn up looking for Pathfinder, you don't find any. We've got everything from streams that you can see going on right now, to play by text, to DM discussions, to our current addiction is a really cute Cthulhu app. So that's going on too. If there is something that interests you, just click the join Discord button below, or my lovely assistant Renee may share a link in the chat if we're good and thing. It is also St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day to all our Irish people. Right, so who's wearing green? I demanded everyone wear green for a reason. So
I don't have green clothes, so I only have this lighter, which I bought for the specific purpose.
Okay. Well, that lighter will count. Lou?
I do not have any green on.
Okay.
You got the green screen.
Does Eva have green underpants?
I mean, I'm wearing green pants, yeah, sure, but
My son is wearing green though.
Oh, okay.
That counts.
That
Excellent.
that beats everything.
Because
He also has red hair, which makes him way closer to I
he's
am.
very, very lucky. Well, the
That's
reason
very
why
Irish.
I asked everyone to bring something green to the stream to celebrate St. Patrick's Day is because for today you get the luck of the halfling. So anytime you roll a natural 1, you can re-roll once.
Well, look, I have a halfling
Hey.
too. So.
Hey!
Get low stack.
So that's just for today, just because it's St. Patrick's Day. It's important to note that while we love everything D&D and we're playing D&D and our stream looks super awesome and everything, we are not affiliated with, endorsed, sponsored with, or specifically approved by Wizards of the Coast LLC. Some server announcements. We are looking for more DMs, so sign up and we will help you with that, and you can do fun things like we are doing today. Also tomorrow join DM Tolly for Tomb of Annihilation, and then next week we have DDO on Tuesday, thank you. And then the weekend is literally a Curse of Strahd weekend, because we've got Curse of Strahd by Ken on Friday, and then we've got Curse of Strahd by me on Sunday. So it is a spooky weekend. So join us for that as well. As ever, you can check out all our events in the top at the events button. So just a quick recap of what happened last time. So our heroes, as you can see them in these lovely boxes, have finally escaped Velkenveen. They were pursued by demons, and after a bit of a respite, survivalist boot camp, and traversing many traps of the Underdark, they eventually reached an Illustrian outpost led by a NPC Dark Song Knight, whose name is Leestre. Oh, he's disappearing. They went to this camp because they were looking for someone who was named as a seer. This seer ended up being Valdasar, a cleric of Bahamut, who let them know that the secret to the Feazris that is popping up all over the Underdark and causing problems could be found in Slooplidob. Or what they think could be Slooplidog. The clue was fishes that walk on 2 legs and talk. So we resume at the Illustrian camp, but a quick little introduction. We have Lou, Waleflu, the fast-talking, fast-thinking, ever-charming bard, Tom the debonair and rather gentle giant turtle barbarian, Vulcan the rather reserved thinker gnome tinker, Erdon the drunken swashbuckling pirate wizard, and not forgetting his very precious Applejack, of course, And last but not least, we have Raph, one of Neverwinter's finest boys, in blue. And now joining us is Valdasar, holy man of Bahamut. So, you guys are in the Illustrian camp. And you're settling down for the evening. The Illustrians are very, very hospitable to you. All these drow women are each paying you attention for various different reasons. Tom, they're just absolutely marvelled by your charm and hulking muscles. Blue, they love your playing and are trying to persuade you to teach them some new songs that they haven't heard. Vulcan, they want you to show them how you tinker. Unfortunately, Erdon, Angaste has claimed you for her own. She's carried you off to her nest and is snuggling down with you for the night. So no drow ladies for you, but one giant lizard.
Oh, I'm just snuggling with her, just cuddling. I'm fine with my fine beasts I find around the world. I do try to score some booze though, if it's there.
There is plenty of food and plenty to drink. If anything, these drow love feeding you. And it's quite unusual. I mean, it's unsettling. I mean, these creatures have features that are, shaped with cruelty, and yet they are so kind and so generous. And it's quite unsettling to see drow behaving this way. Who did I know about? Wrath? What would you like to be doing with all these drow ladies?
I would like to clean myself because if I remember correctly, I'm still covered in shit.
That is true. You are completely covered in mud because last times we went through the mud pits. However, your skin is really baby soft, and they are marveling at that as they are helping you clean up.
Also, listen, can I just say, during the recap, I was wondering if I was even conscious during the last session because the only thing that I wrote down was forage for water orbs in my constant effort to not die.
We went to this camp and found Valdasar.
Oh yeah, good, because we also had a survival crash course.
Ran away from a giant demon.
We had a crash course and I wrote stuff about that down, so if we need some stuff to survive with, I hope we can find it.
Excellent. Well, hopefully you're writing notes this time, Wrath, because obviously...
Oh, I was writing notes. Water orbs were the perfect thing to forage for.
Excellent. I'm glad you're paying attention to those unique details. So you're in the Illustrian camp. Lael has broken off and she's having a quiet discussion with the high priestess that is there, and this discussion is not verbal. You notice that she is doing very subtle facial expressions and very subtle hand gestures. It seems that they are performing some kind of sign language, but from those that wish to observe, you can notice that this time, as the priestess is explaining something to her, Lael's face changes. Usually it's quite a stoic face, Lael's face. It doesn't smile often or look angry or anything. But a wave of worry seems to wash over it.
What's this animal called again? I'm not sure that I'm with.
She's a celestial giant lizard. So she is white and feathery and awesome.
Yeah, what is she called again?
Angaste.
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 Okay, Angaste.
Angaste.
Okay. Celestial lizard. I'll probably be somewhere in this overhang or something and just looking out over the camp, having a drink here and there, with a filthy beast sitting somewhere on top of a rock looking down. And I'm just talking to Angaste about Applejack and adventures that I've been having with this worm. and I'm pointing out this awesome little star that has as a sticker on it as well. So look, Deputy Applejack, it's me, bestest friend. I do must say you are a new quite good friend of mine as well. While I scratch her under her neck a bit, so I'll probably won't be noticing anything else going on in the camp as long as I've had something to eat and especially something strong to drink.
Excellent. Angaste listens. She doesn't speak back, but you kind of get the sense that she is having a conversation with you, just a conversation you can't hear.
I'll just enjoy the little rumbling and crawl a bit against her to experience this rumbling throughout my body as well. Just snuggling against her. I like these kind of big beasts. I mean, they have more emotion and feeling to them than most people I meet during my travels. So, I mean, I've got that worm as my best friend. Come on.
Excellent. And what are the rest of you doing?
I'm probably with the women around me, making sure their drinks are full. I've kind of gone back into full kind of escort entertainer mode. Speaking undercommon, giving them tales about my adventures on the sea with the barbarian that I trained under.
I'm settling nicely into the thought that I'm never going to see the sun again.
While playing on the Saturn, I'll sort of look over to our new Dragonborn friend. Valdisar, where'd you say that we're going to need to be going for your vision again?
Balasar was just kind of staring into the fire and it seems to be quietly enjoying the company. But then he looks at you and he says, "I'm sorry, I do not know the exact location. I only have the splintered images found in my dreams. Those I have already expressed to you."
Yes, but as I recall, we were talking about a particular direction that we're going to be going in order to be dealing with certain issues in the Underdark, as it were. I was trying to recall. All these days have been lovely and distracting, but I went too distracting, and it seems I've forgotten our actual next destination.
All I saw was an inland sea shrouded in darkness.
That's it. And we had said the inland sea was somewhere nearby.
Yes, come to think of it, I have heard of such a place. It is known as the Dark Lake. I believe it is nearby.
Do we hear this? By the way, are we close by?
If you want...
Or where are we, like, in relation to each other?
Tom's gonna have to catch up later because he's busy.
I mean, I don't know where you're at. I'm sitting around apparently a campfire near Valdisar with a bunch of drow ladies asking me to teach them music.
Yeah, we're all drowning in ladies. That's implied, but like...
Drowning in ladies, I like it.
Yeah.
Well done, well done.
Yeah, Balthazar's eyes kind of flitter to the others and he just says, "It appears to me that some amongst your number would not prefer to move on."
Yeah, well, there certainly are a bunch of layabouts around here, but I tend to be more of a goal-oriented mind myself, so
Is
I'd
that
like to know
so?
where I'm going.
Would it trouble you at all to ask where you come from?
From Luskan, up on the coast.
Luskan, a dangerous city by all accounts.
It is indeed, especially if you don't know where you're going. If you tend to wander around not knowing where you want to be or where you need to be, you tend to get waylaid.
It's fine.
It says, I assume you are a more comfortable resident of Luskan.
We make do.
My dad got shanked at the docks, so I became a cop. But other than that, it's like it's not exactly a tourist destination, but the guy is always so dramatic.
A cop? Sorry, I don't understand the term.
Guard.
A guard.
Night
An
watch.
investigator. A detective.
His scaly brows sort of flitter a little bit in surprise. He said, "That must be the most difficult task ever known. If anything I've heard of Luskan's reputation is correct."
From what I understand of the Guard of Luskan, they actually have it pretty easy. It's not like they actually enforce the rules or anything.
Well, I mean, first of all, how dare you?
Very easily.
There's no second point to my statement.
So,
Tell me, if I may, how did an unusual combination of individuals such as yourself find yourselves together in this place?
Well, tends to happen when you're wandering into the Underdark for various and sundry reasons, from looking for people to looking to kill people to apparently stumbling down a hole, I say, looking over at Wrath.
Yeah, sure, but I wanted to go here anyway. I mean, like, it
Uh,
all came together. It all fell into place.
I'll sort of nod over towards the drow who had brought us here.
Ah,
We ended up trapped in a prison cell, much like our friend over there, by some of the other not so nice drow down here. And then, of course, all hell broke loose, both literally and figuratively, and we fled.
Quite literally.
well, all I can say is, as you may have already guessed by now, treasure the ladies of Elestrai while you can, for you will find none quite so kind down here.
Almost certainly. I've worked with the ladies, I've
I'm-
worked with the Illustralians on the surface a few times myself.
Maybe just stay. Maybe just not leave and die. How is that? This sounds like an increasingly good plan. Maybe something will come along.
I fear if my visions are correct, then setting out would mean to protect these ladies as much as anything else.
So this Dark Lake, again, I'm not one for much navigating in the Underdark, having not been a native. Which direction is that going to be? I believe it was, somebody said it was next to a town.
How much does he know of this? Yeah. Ah, that's right. Yeah. Listen.
I'm sorry, I
That's
just
nice.
need to repeat that again because I had myself muted.
Yep.
The only person that knows that and is your navigator is Leal, and she is currently busy with the High Priestess. I repeat, she is busy with the High Priestess.
Yes.
Chief said pointedly. Baldassar just nods over to in Lael's general direction. He says, I'm no native to the Underdark myself, but we have a competent guide.
I imagine Lou asking where we need to go, and then our cleric friend saying only Lael knows about this, but she's busy right now. And then we look at Lael and she's like on her phone, which my camera obstructed. I mean, obstructed just now.
I look over at Lael, who is busy with the High Priestess, and what I know they're talking in Drow sign language, so I can't understand exactly what they're saying. Can I get a feel for what they're like, sort of general talking about based on their reactions to one another?
Yes, do me an investigation.
Maybe investigation or insight?
No, yeah, insight would be better.
17 on the die makes it 21.
Excellent. We got over 20. So there are certain gestures. One that looks like a crawling spider, which you've heard with your work means Menzo Baranzon. And then there's another gesture that means family. You can only presume from Lael's expression that family in Menzon Baranzon haven't been heard from for a very long time.
Does it seem like they're still in the midst of conversation, or does it seem like they're going to be finding a good stopping point soon?
Very good question. It just looks like they're just having a chat.
Can I shout over, hey! Excuse us.
You can do whatever you like, but as you shout, Lael just literally sticks out one finger to you. She doesn't even look at you.
I'll go over it.
Before she continues what she's
I'll go over
communicating.
it. You do realize that perhaps if you'd learn to shut your gob a few times, you might be able to get the information you're looking for.
Right.
While this all is happening, might I be able to go back into the camp from where I am and try to look for a few items and objects I want to do something with?
You can try.
I'm looking for a bit of charcoal, incense, and a brass brazier.
Okay, so since these are holy ladies and there is a campfire, you can certainly find lots of incense and lots of charcoal. However, as you're walking around the camp, Angaste is following you like a lost puppy, and therefore some of the what was the brass thing you wanted?
A brass brazier, which I
Oh
need
yeah,
to burn
the
this in.
brass brazier that you're looking for. She kind of just like is being a bit too obvious that you're going to take it because she's like a large creature.
Okay.
But you could probably just toss those things in there and not move it.
Yeah, I wanna then spend an hour and 10 minutes performing a ritual find familiar spell, and I want to replace Filthy Beast. And what I want to do is make a lizard-like celestial being shaped like Angaste. And I want to try to involve her within this ritual, so I might carry a bit of the feeling of Angaste where I go from now on. Because I think that a little lizard would be one, way more cooler in the Underdark, and two, way more useful in the Underdark than a parrot.
Okay, so this is a small lizard that will be feathered like Angaste. Baby,
Yes.
basically you're making an Angaste baby.
Yeah, as a new familiar instead of Filthy Beast.
Okay, yeah, you can do that.
Okay, that's what I want to spend some time on.
Excellent, you can spend 20 minutes doing that.
Yeah, that's an hour for the spell itself and then 10 minutes to make it a ritual.
Alrighty.
And then the rest of the time, I just want to spend time with Angaste and Angaste Jr. and just have a little bit of us time back in the nest.
Okay, Angaste seems absolutely thrilled at Angaste Jr. She's like trilling and rumbling and nuzzling it, and she's trying to be very like careful when she picks it up in her mouth and things like that. Like she's trying not to hurt it.
Okay. Cool.
All right, so the priestess and Lael have finished their conversation, and she joins you back at the fire. However, you get a sense that her mood is quite dark.
I think seeing this, I'm gonna leave my group and come back over to the fire with everyone else too.
Baldassar noticed the expression, and he's like, "You'll be what troubles you, my lady?"
Something to do with Minza Baranzan, I imagine.
My family's role in the church, we are stationed still in Menzon Barazon, and my mother is on the surface. My role in the Underdark is to help my family smuggle freed slaves and other drow that no longer wish to be part of the Spider City. But they haven't been heard of for about 10 days now. There's been no word, and we're not sure why.
I can think of a few things that might cause there not to be much word.
Demons and drow go hand in hand, but a few shriekers, a few other things, whatever they were called, they are quite common in Menzo Baranzan. Drow mages summon them all the time.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of, but fair enough. I'm assuming this is something that you're going to be wanting to deal with then.
Exactly. I do believe that once I get you safely to Sloopladub, I will be parting ways.
Sloopladub, that's the name I was trying to think of. Right. Very well then. I assume that means you'd like to get us on the road then.
We will rest, and after a few hours, we will travel. I would say morning,
All right,
but that won't make sense here.
I will help myself. I will help myself to a hefty serving of drow ladies, I guess, and then in the morning we can bounce. Is that how this works?
It's a buffet.
A buffet of drow ladies. No, that's not quite how it works. By the way,
That was the impression that I got.
You will find that if you try to imply that, these drow ladies will be quite offended.
Can I make a
how-
persuasion check to make my implication work?
You certainly can.
Hold on.
So what are you saying to these people?
For
These
no
girls?
Oh.
for no particular reason, how many hit points does Wrath have?
That's a 7. I rolled a 7.
Yeah. As you're obviously trying to persuade some drow lady company of the evening, you get quite a slap from one long-haired maiden.
I did not deserve that.
That is not impressed.
I think seeing this, Tom puts one big claw on Wrath's shoulder and hearing him say I didn't deserve that, and said, "Mate, you definitely did." Look, the secret here. Entertain.
Also, I have 12 HP,
having
by the
some
way.
fun.
Okay.
Well, so we'll have to say to the others, considering the nature of drow females, I would say he got off rather lightly.
Hey, I'm just a
Right.
lucky guy.
Excellent. So you guys are going to settle down for the night, bellies full, happily entertained, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Seeing Wrath fail so miserably, I think I might show him a couple trade secrets on just how to entertain someone.
I've noticed that watching me fail has been very entertaining for the entire group. I'm happy to provide entertainment that even Lou cannot.
Just think, if you were just one away from getting a nat 1, so you could have re-rolled. No, it's the lowest possible score you could
I'll
have.
try not to think about that. I
No,
rolled a
because
fucking 2.
if you re-roll a 1, you keep it. So could it
Right.
still have been lower?
So this time you go to sleep. There are no nightmares. There are no shadows in the darkness. There are no whispering. At one point, you are woken up by the sound of singing. There are no more drow women in the camp. They've all seriously disappeared down what you can presume is a cavern, because that's where the sound is coming on from. There is a flicker of multicoloured lights, and beautiful song emanates from the cavern. This continues for about 10 minutes before it dies down, and the drow women then come to return to the camp. You go back to sleep and rest, and you have a long rest, and you're all nice and rested, and I'm going to say rest one more time because I can. And yes, and then you get ready to set off for the next day. The Illustralian drow are very, very generous. They give you 6 days worth of food and drink. A water barrel is strapped to Angaste to carry your water barrel.
Ooh, nice.
An actual barrel or a larger mushroom with smaller mushrooms inside it?
An actual barrel. These people have
Okay.
resources.
Okay.
How
So
many
6
days? Is that
for
6
all of us
days
each.
each?
6
Yeah.
days of well eating. Like they have really. You probably if you had this, you could probably make it last for 12 days if you made it into rations.
But
how
is
much-
that for each of us? Or
yes,
do
for,
we...
for
Yes.
each of you.
I will portion mine out for 12 days.
Me too.
Of
I'm a
course.
pirate. I'm used to rationing, so I
I
always.
will eat well every day.
You know,
More like 3 days.
I'm really skinny anyway, so you'll see the bones through my arms and along my chest a bit. So I'll ration it anyway.
Excellent.
I dislike being hungry, and I've already come to terms with my mortality. So 6 days it is.
Yeah, Valdesar might look skinny, but he eats a lot. He enjoys it.
I think
Also-
rationing for something
Yes,
my
indeed.
size would be 6 days.
You'll see me now walking around with this lizard on my shoulder rock instead of the parrot that you've seen before.
What happened to your bird?
Well, I be thinking this is a way better beast for in these fine caverns down here,
it's a
inspired by
shitty
this
bird
fine.
anyway.
I totally agree. Thank you very much. There's a reason I've been calling him Filthy Beast. But this is Angaste Jr., and I hope she will be guiding me and Yi through these caverns and helping us out a bit.
Right.
So See, as this is something I conjure out of some rare, what characteristics does she have? Like, how does she act?
So the celestial that you summoned
Yeah.
is quite a hyperactive. You get a sense that this is possibly a young soul, and she is hyperactive and talkative in your mind link, and she always wants to know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just have her sit constantly just wrapped around my neck or anything like that, and just have her look around, and I'll keep telling her about everything I see around me.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys are setting off into the Underdark on your way to Slupladub, and obviously you need to traverse the Dark Lake.
Yeah,
so
to Sleepy Dog, right?
Slupladub.
Yeah. We be going to Sleepy Dog now, are we not?
Right, yes, Slippery Dog.
All right, sleepy dog. Let's go. Let's bounce. Let's boogie.
Okay, so you travel the first day
And I'll
through.
I'll have my dancing lights out to help those of us that can't see in the
I'll
dark.
cast light on Tom's hammer. Whenever it runs out, I will recast it. So after an hour.
And I just have this and nothing else.
Is Lady Lael taking point again? Or?
Yes, she is.
Alright, then I'll be taking up the rear as well.
So we'll all be in the light then, I think, just in it.
Yep.
Cool.
Excellent. Well, she leads you through various caverns and tunnels. Some of these tunnels are very, very narrow, and occasionally the ground shakes and rocks fall. But you press on, and it's only a couple of rocks and a very small tremor. You come to large caverns with what you can hear are waterfalls, but you cannot see them, and great depths as you spiral down. You generally get the sense that you are travelling deeper into the Underdark. You are heading further south. Does that work?
Sure.
Kind of does.
Excellent.
There's
all
still
going
a
south.
underground.
You're heading down and deeper, and it's getting warmer as you travel through the first day.
Looks like we're approaching the planet's core.
And the air gets more moist. On the second day, you go through a narrow cavern, but this time the walls look a little bit more, well, naturally the tunnels look natural and carved. These walls look quite square, like they have been carved out. It's nothing too interesting, though, and I need everyone to do me a dexterity save.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I get my danger sense on this?
13.
Yes, you can.
Okay, I will do one.
That'll be an 8.
I just rolled a natural 20 for Angaste.
I rolled a
Sweet.
13.
6.
I like Angaste. I mean, not a lot, but a little.
A dex save would be a 21.
Right,
I rolled a 4, which makes it an 8.
who got less than 12?
Oh,
Me. Not before.
just barely. I got a 13.
Okay, so as you're walking through this corridor, those of you that succeeded the dexterity saving throw feel the ground shift beneath you, and you step to the side, and you narrowly avoid a 20-foot wide pit. Those of you that do not fall into the pit and take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do I have time to cast a spell?
Can I try to save one of them?
No to the save, yes to the spell.
Oh.
Okay, how many points? Sorry? 8.
7.
7.
If I can, I would like to get a levitate off. on myself.
That is such bullshit. That is such that like I could have been the hero here and rubbing in his face forever, but no.
Nope.
Is that what is this? A fucking 500 feet drop? Whatever. Watch me fly away.
I will get Featherfall in the future, by the way, guys. So.
And who else? Who else fell?
Me.
Baldassar did.
I can only target one person.
How deep is the pit?
So it's just like, just not fall.
It's 10 foot deep. So you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Your bottoms are sore. But you can climb out if you do me a athletics check.
Can I
I'll
ask this?
just throw down a rope down.
Yeah, Baldassar's.
So I asked the question: Would I have been able to get levitate off before I hit the ground?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Can I at least help them out?
I will float down, pick up the gnome, and float back up.
And I'll throw down a rope to help him out.
Yeah, Erdon and I will drag out the remaining friend, Baldassar.
Thank you, Love.
Baldassar is a bit too heavy for me to carry, but I can help out our gnomish friend.
And
Thank
I'll
you.
say to Angaste, see, this be a hole. Do not fall in it.
Angaste just climbed on the wall. When
Yeah,
she felt the
I
ground
imagine
with her natural 20, she was just like, well, I'm walking on sideways now. Good.
Yeah. By the way, can you tell me sometime what her stat block would be?
Yes, can get that to you at the end of the session.
Yeah, sure. Not important for now, but for the future it might be. Thank you.
I can get that for you. It's on my iPad. I need to move them into Fantasy Grounds.
Okay.
Right, cool. So you successfully traverse the sinkhole, and you carry on with your traveling. It's now getting.
Wait, Big Angaste is still around here as well, right?
Yeah, Big Angaste's here.
I'll sit on her.
Leo is riding her, and as you go to get on her, she just shoves you off.
Then I'll jump in her mouth.
I'd rather die than walk even a single step.
Angaste happily carries you.
Yeah, and I'll just keep scratching her below her chin while I'm in there.
Oh, right. Yeah, so you transverse the sinkhole. And you carry on travelling, and it's been a couple of hours now since the sinkhole, and you start to get the smell of decay. And this is not like rotting flesh decay. This is like rotting mushroom decay coming from...
Does anybody else smell rotting mushroom decay?
Yes.
Yes.
It's quite prevalent.
Illustra, you know anything about this?
Please do not take my goddess's name in vain.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, my head still hurts.
Lael.
Lady Leia.
Little Leo, could you tell us more about the smell that we have in the air right now?
You look like you know the lay of the land.
Sometimes it goes stone based.
Yeah, she's just like... really?
I restrained myself from wasting a spell slot.
She sniffs the air, and she says it smells like rotting mushrooms. To which Shroom, the myconid sprout that you guys rescued from Velconvene,
All right.
who is quite attached to Tom. There we go. Oh look, it's a Shroom.
Oh!
Starts to shake quite.
Probably not gonna sit anywhere.
Starts to shake, and she sends out her spores. To which she says, "Ooh, a beholder has died."
All right, that's good, right?
Anywhere near
Whoa.
that.
Better
What?
that's
Yeah.
not being alive.
No.
A beholder
it's
has
not.
died?
I can sense it. It's
Wait,
growing mushrooms.
They're not better when they're dead.
Oh,
Okay. What
Right.
do I know about beholders? Because I know as a player know a lot about them, but what do I know as a character about them?
I assume
know that I know
I
nothing.
assume that as a harper, I know quite a bit because they one of them is kind of big in our immediate rivals faction.
Yeah.
I still need you to roll me a history check, and Harper Boy, you can roll with advantage.
Can I roll as well, seeing as I might know some of the underground stuff going on in Waterdeep?
Yes,
Can
you
I?
as well.
Can
Yeah,
we all roll?
You can all
Yeah.
roll.
I might have read about it.
With
What is that?
advantage, with advantage, it's a 19, which makes it
16.
I'm
Is that
assuming the hopping is a
history?
natural 20. Of course it is, because we are the group that rolls all the natural 20s.
22.
Was that history?
I didn't get a 20. I got a 19. Almost
22.
What did everyone get? I got 19.
What
19,
was it? A
20.
history?
Mine's a
Yeah,
22.
21.
16.
21.
Andrew's
Well,
rolled
that's
is 23, by the way.
20. An unnatural 20.
Okay, right. So everyone that rolled pretty much made the check. You know that when beholders die, they start to form mushrooms. Some of these mushrooms explode and do... Oh, Ken, we're losing your camera. We're going. Some of these mushrooms explode and do lots of damage. Some of these mushrooms let out poisonous spores. Some of these mushrooms are not harmful at all.
Yeah. If we're lucky, this is a beholder that just died.
Yeah,
I would
finish.
want to
Like
say
a
that.
beholder, like a floating eye kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
That kind of beholder.
If we're unlucky, it's something way worse and growing
Well-
mushrooms.
Me be wanting to know how it died.
I don't.
That's actually a good thing to know as well. If there's something down here that has killed the beholder, we might be wanting to avoid that as well.
Me be knowing a bit about these kind of beasts, and possibly, potentially, there are many threats to these. For instance, their own dreams are potential threats to them.
Yeah, but now, if it's one that died from its own dreams, we definitely don't want to get anywhere near it.
Exactly.
There's always a bigger beholder.
Exactly.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's just stay away from this
I
dead
mean,
beholder.
it is true that it would be good to know what killed it and what state it's in, so
But
that we know
it's-
exactly how far away to stay.
What
but-
it killed may be able to kill us.
I know.
So
Definitely.
it's better to stay away, I think.
I would agree staying away.
Is there anything small and discreet that could be sent there to scout ahead for us?
I don't
Not
know.
me.
Do any of us happen to have, say, a small animal that we have a telekinetic link to that can possibly send back information?
I've got the ring here,
Everybody's
but
head just spins to Erdon.
What you be saying?
Vernon, don't you have a carefully constructed celestial?
Me be doing that.
Would you like to send it on up?
I would if I would know if it had a thing like dog vision, or that might be
Probably
an
yes.
interesting thing to have.
They have 60 feet of dark vision. And
Okay, then I will use her to scout ahead and see if there's anything up there. And I'll use my telepathic link. So I'll just sit down, cross-footed next to the big version of her, and use her as a sort of attachment to what I see within my mind's eye from Angaste Junior.
Sorry, I was just trying to get the page up because I didn't write it down about the mushrooms. Because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's really cool. Yeah, let's have some of that.
We won't be afraid.
Give me a second.
Beholders. They're scarier in death, no matter how they died.
yeah,
I know.
don't know much, but beholders are a no-go.
Speaking of beholders,
Yeah.
we're always filling time, right? This is
Especially for-
something that a friend of mine made sometime.
Well, that's
Yeah.
cute.
Oh, that's
It's,
not over.
It's a gazer officially.
Okay. Oh, it's a gazer? Okay.
Yeah, it's called Drifty or Driftwood Agatha something, and it's one of our NPC friends in a
Agatha
homebrew
Drifty?
campaign. It's we call him Drifty, and it's a plant beholder basically.
Okay, I just kept finding the beholder page, and I'm looking for the fungi page where I couldn't find it. So I'm just gonna have to go by memory of what I saw, and I have some notes, but not the important ones. So forgive my mistakes if I make them. So
No problem.
Angaste Junior scuttles off. It takes her a little while because she's got little legs and she's a little creature.
Yeah, probably around the side walls and over the ceiling more than over the floor, I guess.
Yeah, she doesn't do the floor. She's all over the
Yeah.
ceilings and over rocks and then around rocks and darting around in a little hyperactive way. She eventually gets to a very big, very large carcass that has one large eye-shaped mushroom.
Okay.
And there's only one. This, and when she looks and she's checking it out, it looks like this creature was completely sliced to smithereens. And not by natural causes.
Could I, by looking at the type of slashing wounds, see how big the weapon would be and what kind of weapon it might have been that did these kind of wounds?
Do you mean investigation?
Okay.
How do you get sliced?
That's my
to
own
smithereens by
investigation
natural
because
causes?
I looked through her eyes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Not too good. Investigation. A 10.
Okay, so that's enough to know that it was a sword of some kind.
Big, small, like giant size, or
You can't tell.
Okay. Then the next thing I want to look for is potential side entrances or other holes that stuff might be stashed in. I'm looking for booty.
You're looking for its lair. So Angase Junior scuttles around the big mushroom. She goes up onto the ceiling. She finds a hole, a very narrow hole that's about 10 foot wide. That's a complete narrow pathway tunnel, and she scuttles up that. And then up that, she finds a large cavern, and indeed there seems to be a very small and modest hoard.
Okay. Then I'll instruct her to go there, and if there's a single gold or silver coin or even a gem of some sort, that would be preferable. If that's around there, I want her to take that single item along back to us. Even if it's just a really, really shiny stone.
Oh dear.
So how do you like my new pet?
Okay.
Are you
see what she
communicating
brings
all
back.
this to us, or?
Yeah, we'll see what it
at
brings
the
back.
moment, like I'm sitting in this meditative position with my eyes rolled back into my head because I'm currently looking through her eyes and experiencing the things from her vision, and I'm actually controlling her from myself.
Right, but you can't screen share that with us.
I know.
Hmm.
I might be able to talk. Yeah, I'm able to talk. So
you can-
Are you
I'll-
like
can talk-
narrating what's going on?
You can
I'll
talk, you
narrate
just
what I
can't-
see. I'll
you
narrate
can talk,
what I
you just
see.
can't hear us in response.
Yeah, exactly. I'll narrate
Right.
what I see.
Can you
Okay.
tell your pet to poke the mushroom?
Can't hear you.
He can't hear us.
Oh,
They can't hear you, Roth.
Okay, so Angaste Junior is in this hoard. She looks at something that's glass-like and really, really shiny with rainbow colours.
There-
And then she
if
looks at
you'd
something
like-
that's like a big orb, that's like shiny and pearlescent. And then she looks at some gold coins, and then some really, really silver coins, and then some other silver coins, but they're kind of really dim. And then she picks up a copper and scuttles away with it.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
Good instincts.
Yeah.
If you'd like to go investigate the mushroom, Roth, I can certainly make that happen.
So I'll get her back, and then I'll pull I'll enter my own body again. Have us cuddle up my body up to my shoulder. Take this little gold copper piece, put it in my my stash. I think we found a small little bit of treasure behind there. The big thing seems to be dead, sliced up by some kind of source, but what killed it I cannot say. But there is a hole into a place where there's more coins and more treasure.
Leo asks you, What kind of mushrooms did you see on the beholder?
Can I describe the mushrooms that I saw?
Yeah, so there was only one very large eye-shaped mushroom.
Yeah, it was a very big eye-shaped mushroom where it seemed to have been fallen or slain.
Ah, a memory mushroom.
What?
What?
You disturb them and you can get a beholder's memories from its
Are these
spores.
things
So-
dangerous?
It depends on how the beholder died.
So you could
It got sliced up.
see what killed him then.
You probably, from the sound of it, experience what killed him.
Valdazar, ye be one of visions and mind's eye business. Might this be something that you be willing to experience?
You're also the new guy.
Well, if this thing has danger of physical harm, I could try.
There is something I could do. I may be able to consult with Bahamut's and, at the very least, divine any ill effects from disturbing the mushroom.
So,
I.e.
might be...
cast augury, basically.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
go get my magic 8-ball.
There we go.
Augury's awesome.
Yeah.
What does he do?
Well, yes, he's asked he posed that as a question. So there's a suggestion.
Hmm.
You actually ask a question to a divine entity, and you get some sort of response back, which is really vague, and it can be true, but it cannot be true, and yeah, it's vague.
It's the vaguest possible thing, but you basically get good, bad. So you basically describe what you're doing, and it's
That's
either
right.
good, bad, both, or neither. So at the very least, if it's going to be, if it's going to be horrible, then you should know in advance, theoretically.
It's a magic 8-ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's really up to
Okay.
DM's discretion, and it's
Yep.
really hard for DMs to interpret that correct.
It's alright, I already got an answer.
Cool.
There you go. Oh dear. Oh no. Okay.
We're just filling time while you're
okay,
looking stuff up.
Well, Valdis will take this as a scent, and he'll kneel and take from his pack a set of what look like shards of dragon bone. Just with splinters, but they're all painted in different colours, and he tosses them on the ground, and you hear murmuring and slightly almost chanting. He casts augury.
So you wait for a moment, and in the back of the mind you hear, neither.
Valdisar considers this. His face looks blank for a moment as he's considering, and he says, "It seems there will be neither good nor ill effects from disturbing the mushroom. There's nothing to suggest that it will be dangerous."
But also nothing suggests that it will be worthwhile.
Who's volunteering then?
I will take the place of anybody who does not wish to volunteer, of course.
You're
Yeah,
a good
like-
man.
And like we be saying, you be good at the mind's eye stuff, so if shit would happen, you'd be better to control this, me be thinking.
Good is a strong word, but Bahamut seems to think that there will be no effects, so I do not see the harm in trying.
Might we tread carefully along this path so we be not disturbing the other mushrooms and bad shit that we might find?
Sorry, is that to Valdisar? Or
That's to everybody.
Everybody, yes. Agreed. Still, at least we know that your friend's little excursion was. Sorry, I had a brain fart. So at least we know that your friend's little excursion was worthwhile, he says, nodding to the coin, the single copper.
Yeah.
So he's, I think Valdisar will just start walking towards in the general direction of the beholder.
Righty.
I will let him lead the way.
So you turn twice down this tunnel, and it doesn't take you long before you come upon the dead beholder, and it has been absolutely sliced to ribbons.
Sorry to interrupt. Can Valdesar actually roll do a medical check, a medical examination on the wounds?
Could
Would
I
it
also
yield
take
anything?
check?
Will you be touching it?
It'll probably involve touching it, or that said, he'll probably just do a quick assessment just from what he can see.
Okay,
So
'cause
anything,
if you touch it, you're going to disturb the mushroom.
yes, I mean, well, obviously that's going to come into it, but not at this moment in time now. Just
Okay,
wants to
please
observe.
give me investigation check.
Can I study it without touching it?
You can
Just
do
walking around, looking at it.
So we're all walking in there, right?
I'm assuming if everybody's followed, unless anybody
Yeah,
stayed behind.
Good.
No.
I'm not gonna do stupid shit.
Investigation?
Yeah, investigation. Let's have a look.
Just
Oh, well, that's rubbish.
10 in total.
So once again, what did you get, Valdesar?
6 altogether. So.
So you both investigate by looking at it, and you can only tell that these were made by a sword, and that's all.
It's definitely cut by a sword of some
Can I
kind.
also try an investigation on the wounds?
I thought you weren't following them because you weren't going to do stupid shit.
No, I went in there, but I didn't like poke it or anything.
You can investigate if you're not touching it.
I'm in the room, but I'm not anywhere near the thing. I just have my dancing light.
That's just a 9. So
Yeah.
sword, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. This
Keeping
thing
my
was
eyes out
cut.
for any trouble.
It must be, yes.
Actually, while they're doing that, I'm going to see if I can't sort of move around it and let them investigate that and try to find that hole that was.
Yeah, I want to do that with him. Maybe I want to point him to where this hole was and see if it's if we can reach it properly without entering it, and see if there's bad shit.
We're gonna find this. We're gonna find this treasure hoard.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just
Find
I'm
your
just gonna
treasure.
take a general look around to see if there's anything else that might be dangerous in the vicinity.
There's still a look of awe on Valdesar's face as he looks over the beholder corpse, and he just murmurs, "A blade a blade wielded by what kind of warrior?"
Okay, Leo at this point has gotten very irritated. She gets off Angaste. She marches up to the mushroom and she smacks it with her shield. And
That took a while.
the sword releases the spores. So you're all now covered with the memories of the beholder. And in the memories, you get a sense that it's stalking something. It's stalking a cloaked drow warrior wielding 2 scimitars. And with it is a black 4-legged
Am I familiar with this individual as both a bard and a harper?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Am I familiar with this?
This creature is legendary.
Really?
And for those of you that don't know it,
Bullshit.
those of you that don't recognise the points, what the characters are witnessing is that this beholder fell foul of Drist and his
that guy.
mother, Guinevere.
Now this all makes sense.
I only know Drist from Acquisitions Incorporated.
Yeah,
That
that
one
was the
time.
Drist indeed. So yeah, I have some knowledge from this as well from my background. So I guess if this is a legendary character, I would know about him as well. Then.
Yeah.
This be a pirate kind, I would be delighted to meet.
So this beholder doesn't look like it's been dead too long. Possibly 2 days.
Okay.
And so 2 days ago, Drist walked these very walls.
Do we get a sense from the memories what direction he was heading?
So the memories is only the beholder stalking Drist, not necessarily how the fight ended and which way it went.
All right.
So Balthazar, once everything's done, he sort of runs a hand along his robes and feels the spores between his fingers. He just sort of cocks an eye at Leia. He says, "Patience has never been one of your strong suits, has it, my lady?"
Well, it didn't die of its dreams, so therefore its memories were not dangerous to us, and all this faffing around is losing us valuable time. I do have places to go, places to be, you know.
You can't begrudge an old man for being cautious now, can we?
No, she cannot.
He looks. He then he's good-natured comment, and he proceeds in the direction of the passageway to follow the others.
Do you guys want to find the horde?
I
Yeah.
mean, that's what Erdon and I are doing.
Yeah.
What we've been doing.
I only need
I've seen
2
it go up
coins.
through my Angaste, so I don't need to look at it again.
I will try to see if there's something magical in it.
Well, first thing I'll do
Especially.
is find it. And
Yeah, first. That's
If
first.
we find it.
see if it is in a location that can be entered to, or if said location is full of traps and will kill you for entering it.
Okay, roll me.
Shall I help you investigating?
Certainly.
Yeah, since
Okay.
Angaste has been up there. Angaste Jr.
I have a +5, by the way, so you might help me.
Yeah, I will gladly give you advantage on that roll.
Thank you. So I will do
In
a
fact,
lot of investigation.
I'm also just going to, just in case, I'm going to give you a bardic inspiration as well.
Okay, I'll see my roll first, and then that would be a 17 without. I'll keep it at that for now.
You can add a d6 to it if you like.
Yeah, I'll save the d6 for now.
Sure. It only lasts for 10 minutes.
I know. So that would be a 17.
Okay, and it's directly above the dead beholder's corpse.
So in the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Which is about 15 foot up. And the hole is 10 foot wide. And from Angaste's memories, you can remember that it's 15 feet long before she got to the little cavern.
and then that's like a cavern in the side somewhere. And there was no other entrance to it than this hole.
It looked like the hole kept going up.
All right, yeah, we're down here right now. So me be thinking it'd be up there, but it's not too easy to approach without some kind of way to get up there.
I cast
Well,
fly
can-
on myself.
That's what but can you like can Vulcan make some kind of explosive?
No, no,
Bummer.
no. I can make something like
So you
Fire.
cast fire yourself, right?
Yeah.
And you're
Because
gonna
you
go
could have
up.
flown up there and tossed a grenade in it, and
I
then just
fly
kind
up.
of see what happens.
Okay, when you go up, I just try to grab your leg.
I am not that strong. I have a strength of 8. I'm not carrying anyone other than the gnome.
Well, I noticed when it doesn't go well, I'll just release him and let him go.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't go.
For seeing Erdon trying to get up there, I kind of come up to it. I put my hands like this and shrug my shoulders. And you want to way
I
up?
look up and it's still too high to approach even when I'm on his shoulders because it's 15 feet up,
I
right?
was thinking about throwing you.
This is something I haven't done in a while. This was an interesting sport during my sea days, though. We could
What,
give it a
getting
shot.
thrown?
Why the hell not? I'll try to use him as a jumping pad to get up there.
Every pirate's favorite pastime: getting tossed.
And I will grab a dagger while I do that, which I can then use to help myself stay up there.
Okay.
Even if there's nothing to grab, I just want to get up there because I've got a point to prove now.
You guys are making this so complicated. Like,
I don't
I'm
care.
already,
It's
I'm
freaking
already up
Dean.
there. What do I see?
Alright, so
Dean freaking D. So much can kill you, you know. It's
when
like,
you were up there, you can see a very small treasure hoard. Investigate it.
Sure. So 19 wakes at 21.
You see 1,000 copper, 200 silver, 50 gold, 1 pearl of power, and 1 diamond, worth 300 GP.
Hang on 1 second. That was really
Get
fast.
in.
Can you get that list again, please?
15,000 copper, 300 silver.
15,000 copper?
No. Sorry, 1,500. Sorry, 1,500 copper. Yeah, let's get that right.
Okay. 300 silver,
50 gold.
50
1
gold,
pearl of power.
1 pearl of power.
And 1 diamond worth 300 GP.
Uh, do I know what a pearl of power does?
They're quite common. So yes.
Okay. It just holds a spell, I think.
You can speak its command word and it will give
Yeah.
you back a spell slot.
Yeah. I will over the course of several trips, because it's a lot of stuff, carry it all down.
I mean, it's all downhill, right? You could probably just shovel most of it.
I really don't want to dump it all onto the beholder corpse, because I'm not going to go fishing.
Yeah.
Probably a good point.
Yeah, plus, if like coins drop into those cuts, you have to put your hands in it, it'll be horrible.
Yep.
Nobody else will go rooting
I
around.
will check and see if Lael wants any of this.
No, she's not interested in your treasures. She's good.
Everyone gets 250 copper.
Okay.
50 silver.
Do we
And
want to
8
do a
gold.
party pot, maybe?
Sure.
I think a party pot might be a good idea for a bed.
I don't have a bag of holding, so
So we need to divide right now. Okay,
I
yeah.
can be the bank.
yeah.
I got a bag of holding.
And then I'll tie.
You got a bag of holding?
I've already started doing all
Yep.
the putting off shit in.
And then I will
Okay.
I will hold out the diamond and the pearl. Right. Neither one of these are particularly useful for me, but I imagine that our wizard and cleric might find either one of them useful, and I'll just hold them out between the two of them.
A diamond would be required for a spell of resurrection. I do know as such. He says
What are
with
the
a,
odds of
slight
us
hint in
doing
his voice. Yes. Yeah, he says it with a slight hint in his voice.
Yeah.
Oh, you be fair to take it then. You mind me be taking this pearl?
He makes just a gesture as if go ahead.
Okay, then I'll take the pearl. It's a single-use item. I don't know as a player how it works, so
I can drop it into the chat in Fantasy Grounds if you give.
that
me
would be
the-
lovely.
One per day. Yeah.
Thank you.
How much is a
And I
diamond
will-
worth? 300, was it? Sorry.
Yeah, 300 gold.
Yeah.
And I will and if everyone else wants to sort of pull all of their resources into the bag of holding, that's fine. I'm keeping my split.
Yeah, but if we find bigger hoards with more gold, then we can start adding it to a party pot that we might use for party expenditure.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
I'm
just
always
struggle
a
so
fan-
well. I don't have any pockets, so.
Yeah, I'm always a fan of having a party pot with a party because it's the easiest way.
Yeah, I
to
trust you 100%.
yeah,
No, I'm not. I'm not being facetious.
yeah,
I
Like,
don't know
we were
how
all
much use
down
we're gonna
here.
have for this down here, anyways.
yeah.
I only need 2 coins for you to place upon my eyes when I depart. I'm just about ready to join a doomsday cult.
Well, then, shall
Yeah,
we
we're-
continue on?
Yes, let's continue on before Lady Lil gets any more impatient.
Yeah, before Lady Lael starts poking more things.
Or whacking more things with shields, for that matter.
Okay, there we go. I did it. So that's now in the
Thank-
chat. You can just drag that into your inventory, and it should give you all the information you need. So you leave the beholder that was slain by Driss behind, and you carry on your way. Although it's getting quite late in the day now, and you're getting hungry, you haven't stopped for lunch. It's getting to dinner time, and you probably should look for somewhere safe to rest.
Can I look around for a safe place?
You certainly can.
Can I forage for water orbs?
Okay, give me a survival check.
I do believe that the Wanderer skill the Valdesar has lets him scrounge enough food and water for everybody to feed up to
Oh yes,
is it
right
5 or
outlander,
6
aren't you?
people. Yes.
8.
I like that fire lichen, so I'm just gonna look for some of that too.
17.
I think it's fine. Yeah, he's got the Outlander background, so we're good to go for food and drink while we're in the wilderness.
Yeah.
You have an excellent memory for maps and geography, and you can always recall the general layout, blah, blah, blah. In addition, you can find food and fresh water for yourself and up supply offers them, basically.
Well, interestingly, you have a choice here. You can find enough food and water for everyone except for one of us, so long as Lael is with us.
5 other people. How many people? No, it's all of us.
There are 6 of us.
Oh,
and
right.
Lael.
Lael's fine. No, Lael doesn't count.
I was like, say, you could totally find food for Lael and not for Wrath.
Oh,
I
right.
rolled an
Okay. Well, I
8.
say it's all. So you don't have to. You don't have to.
Shroom
We've only
probably
got 2
doesn't eat
people
that
to.
much.
We don't only have to feed a couple of people.
Well, that's while you forage. If we help foraging, we might get
Fine.
enough more to feed everybody.
Hang on, I've got a survival as
You know,
well to roll.
Between the rest of us making a survival roll, we can find the extra.
Yeah,
money.
there you go.
It's just
Boom.
a funny thing that because we currently have Lael, you.
I don't even think about the NPCs. Fuck 'em.
You know, if I had found water orbs with my 8, then maybe it would have all, I wouldn't even have needed the help.
Does Valdesar find the food for the other 2 people? The other 2 NPCs? 18.
Yes, you find enough food. But you guys do have 12 days of rations or 6 days of really good eating.
Yes, all right. It's not going to go off, is it?
That's why
I'm just
I did-
eating
that's
my
why I didn't
really good food.
start
I'm just looking for Fire Lichen because I like it.
Yeah,
Well,
Valdesar will settle down to.
16.
You find 1 fire like it.
Yes.
I rolled
Yeah,
an
it's
8.
time to eat more mushroom stew.
I think I might even have still some shrooms in the back of holding, actually.
Yes, you do, but I did not keep track of those. I'll have to watch the previous stream, so if you're not keeping track.
Always keep track.
I know
of
I have
everything
some, but not the exact numbers.
Alright, so after the stream, during the week, I will get back to you on what you have in your bag of holding. But we'll pretend they don't exist for now.
That's fine.
Yeah, okay, cool. So who was looking for a safe place?
Me.
Then while they are foraging for stuff, I will be looking for a good spot. I will be using my new friend to help me scout out all the places that I've seen so far. Might be good places from the places we spent time at before.
I'm also looking for a place to.
Yeah,
rest.
I was searching also.
Towards the end of the tunnel, you see a dim lit area with purple light. It looks like there's another cavern ahead.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, that looks.
Looks like there's another cavern. I see purple lights over there.
Yep.
I'll
Let's go investigate, shall we?
Yeah.
send
That's a plan.
Agaste ahead, Agaste Junior.
Okay, she scuttles off and she goes down to the cavern. And what she finds is a cavern that is not filled, but just the bottom of it has a thin layer of Phaeazrus. And there are Phaeazrus imbued layers of quartz. Just in like little clumps dotted around, which is what is giving off the light.
Okay. Will there be Phaeazrus in there? I don't know how smart it'd be to sleep there.
No, definitely not sleeping there.
Probably not wise. And Tom kind of shudders, remembering the getting wrapped up in those tentacles he couldn't see.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was funny.
Is there? Can we find any other like caverns that aren't covered in Phaeazrus?
So a little bit higher up, there's your usual ledges that you have found previously.
Yeah, let's find a good ledge then.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
Unhappy baby.
He's being fussy.
Do you want a dungeon to crawl through?
No,
Do you have a dungeon?
he wants.
This
He
sounds
wants
so
to both
sinister.
simultaneously be in my lap and not in my lap at the same time. So whenever I put him down, he wants to get back up, and whenever I have him up, he wants to get back down. So
By the way, during our travels, do we have rests in between?
No, you haven't had a rest yet, and it's getting towards the end of the day, so you're looking for somewhere to set up shop.
we'll investigate those higher up cliffs, see if we can get up to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you possibly could. They're only 15 feet above.
I will levitate up and attach a rope.
Okay. One ledge with levitate. No, very good.
Utility spellcaster.
Are any of you touching any of these crystals as you walk through?
I'm looking at
I'm
them,
being very cautious.
investigating.
I'm not doing anything until you tell me if I found any water orbs.
Still on the water orb.
You did not
Yeah.
find any water orbs.
That's cool. No, I don't touch anything.
I'm really curious how these crystals glow. So I'm looking at them and like, okay, interesting. Just
Give me an
looking at him.
investigation check.
I think I'm keeping a very wary eye on Vulcan as he's messing with these things.
10 in total.
Vulcan, you get a sense that if you pick this up and throw it, it will do something really interesting, and that fascinates you.
I pick a few crystals.
Do you chuck any of them?
I took one.
It might be worth waiting until you're up on the ledge first, just in case.
Okay, can you just do me an athletics check? I want to see how far away you throw this thing.
Who do you chuck it at? Is a better
I
question.
just throw it at the stump, some place where no one is.
You're gonna. I have this feeling like it's gonna be like a video game mechanic where you throw it into the phasers and it just ignites in a fireball and kills everybody.
14.
Good
Infinity or
thing I'm
something.
above the clouds then.
Yeah.
You successfully throw this 40 foot away, and as it hits the rock, it explodes in a bright, blinding light in a 20-foot radius.
Whoa. That is very, very amusing. And I gather some more crystals.
So I'm assuming we're all around to witness this, right?
Yes, and
So I go, holy shit!
now
I'm
I'm
gonna-
a little cry in pain at the brightness of this.
I'm sorry, very sorry, miss. I wasn't thinking about your eyes.
Alrighty, so if you're going to gather some of these up, I need you to do me a nature check.
There's no one. Can reroll, right?
Yes.
You can,
Yeah.
'cause you're wearing green.
Yes! 17, miss. Nature is 12, 22. 22 in total.
You successfully gather 12 of these flash bang grenades, I'm going to call them.
Flash bang grenades.
Flash crystals.
Flash
Yeah,
grenades.
flash crystals.
Yes, 12. The others, you feel like if you disturb them, will probably explode in your hand, and you don't feel like doing it.
Awesome.
I got a feeling that if we come up against drow, those are going to come in handy. As long as we all close our eyes. Well, it'd be like wearing night vision goggles looking at fireworks.
And also you can blow people up with it.
And that as well. the more obvious uses, yeah.
Did we feel any force come off of it, or was it just light?
It was just like there was no force of it.
Okay.
Alright, so maybe then not at all.
It's really fascinating crystals.
That'd be good against enemies down here that rely on dark sight.
Wait,
so it's all of them.
At this
Just,
point, like I'm just sitting on that ledge with the rope dangling down, just playing my viol.
I just totally forgot about the rope because I'm fascinated with these crystals.
I'll climb the rope up.
Yeah, likewise, Valdesar's going to shimmy up there.
I'll wait till everybody else is up the rope and I'll go last.
Just
Let's go. Everybody up.
What? Oh yeah, the rope, of course. So I climb the rope.
Alright, guys, so you climb up and you settle down for a long rest. And with that, we're going to have a little break because I need to get a drink because I'm losing my voice.
Yes.
I'm getting a bit husky, so we will be back in a couple of minutes.
Great. See you guys in a bit.
So, yeah.
Oh, wrong map. There we go, there's the right one. We're back. I have my voice. I have a drink. We're good. Is everyone watered, fed, and toileted? Oh wait. Oh yeah. So the stream could hear me, but you guys couldn't. We're back.
Again, yeah, deja vu.
Hey!
I'm not used to this push to talk nonsense. Yeah, we're back. Everyone fed, watered, and toileted.
Yep.
Excellent.
Yep.
And not in that order.
Sure.
No, whatever order you wanted to do. So we just took a quick break. We were transversing the Underdark, heading our way to Sloop-le-Dub. To which what did we do? We avoided a sinkhole, although some of us fell into it.
Yeah.
And then we took a really long time to discover that a Drist had been by and slain a beholder, which was supposed to be something really cool for you guys, but you were just like, oh, I didn't want to go near it.
What the heck? You know, you
Oh, I
framed
don't
it
wanna
like
die.
you framed it like you know, it needed a bomb disposal team to check it out. I mean, what are we supposed to think?
To be fair, usually that is what beholders
Also,
need.
it didn't take us a long time. It took us like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
In
According
game
to my
time,
clock, it took like 30.
yeah, but not in game time.
Well, we're rested now, so that's the good thing.
Yeah, so you guys have settled down for a long rest. You have some flashbang crystals. You're resting in a cavern with Fea's resting with it. And I do believe, Vulcan, in this downtime you have been attaching the Pearl of Power to Erdon's hook.
Yep.
Cool. Right, so you take a long rest. Your dreams this time are not so unsettled. There's no necessarily nightmares, but you just get a sense that something's watching you.
It's okay, I'm watching it back.
Excellent.
Just a general stare in every direction.
And you awake to another tremor that you've been feeling while you've been traveling.
Have these tremors been coming in like intervals, like standard intervals, or have they just been kind of random?
Well, sorry, the push to talk is annoying me and it was making all the characters weird. They've been they're kind of like gathering frequency.
Oh, so they've been getting like quicker.
Yeah.
I imagine. Valdasar, do you imagine that all of these tremors are a result of the demons happening to be popping in the Underdark?
As far as I am aware, there are many things that could cause such tremors. Great beasts could be tunneling through rock. Indeed, it could be large creatures that are entirely unrelated to demons.
It could
It's
be,
impossible.
but
It's impossible to say.
what are the chances that it's not related to your doomsday vision?
The officer just kind of gives a bit of a helpless gesture.
All right. Well, then, shall we carry on?
That's counts.
Yes.
We've used another ration now, did we not? Or
Yes,
Oh, sure, we eat.
we've indeed eaten.
it's important to note, I guess, when we're traveling around, how much stuff we eat.
I have loads of food, though. For real.
Yeah, I thought we actually scrounged enough food for everybody as we were traveling.
Also,
All right, we
Before
did,
found the
yeah.
cabin, yeah. So you should actually need to.
So in the morning, I'll take a sip out of my water skin. Then I'll spit it out and take the other water skin that has the alcohol in it and drink from that.
Alright. So you get ready to move on.
And I'll feed a little bit of alcohol to my new little friend, just to have a taste.
She makes a high-pitched squeak noise, like she doesn't like it.
All right, then she's not getting any. I'm fine. Then I'll give her some water instead.
She also makes a high-pitched squeak that she doesn't like it.
I'll mentally ask her what she wants.
Is this the hound that we're playing with here? Fuck water, bring me wine.
Sorry.
Sorry?
Sorry, I just needed to find somewhere where I could type where I could do my push to talk without typing a shit ton of zeros.
All right.
where I clicked. It was really, really annoying me. I fixed it now. She says that she wants peach nectar.
I'll scuttle up to Little Liel. My apologies, dearie. You by any chance have any peach nectar or know where I can find this?
Peach nectar in the Underdark. Are you joking?
Well, my little friend Angaste Jr. would like this, and I would like to pleasure her with whatever I can get for her.
You might be able to find something in a city, but certainly not out here. Plus, she's a celestial. She doesn't need to eat or drink.
Yes, but I do want to give her something that she might enjoy. So if I would find this peach nectar, then that would be something she would enjoy.
Yes. Alrighty. Right, so you guys continue travelling. And it's a pretty boring day. You're just walking and chatting and casting light and looking around and, being your general selves. But the tremors are getting more frequent.
Are they getting stronger as well, or just more frequent?
Stronger, definitely.
Is it only because of the depth that we're at now, or just because the tremors themselves are getting bigger?
Sorry, what?
Is that because we're getting deeper and more towards them that they're getting stronger, or because they are getting stronger? There's a difference.
You can assume that, yes.
Well,
Okay.
I can't wait for whatever that is to just burst out of the ground and fuck our shit up.
Can we tell anything at all about these tremors?
Sure, do me an investigation check.
All of us?
Whoever wants to work out.
Oh, let's go. Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
12.
12.
A natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, there you go then. He,
Nice
he
one.
gets it. I don't need
It
to
makes
roll.
sense that it's the alchemist and the wizard.
Right, so these tremors, you kind of get a sense that these happen quite frequently in the Underdark. They're just underground earthquakes.
I'm guessing these tremors are quite frequently and just common here in the Underdark. So probably nothing to worry about.
Oh, sweet.
I
Probably.
I
find,
don't know, everything seems like something to worry back in the Underdark.
I find that so long as you're in the Underdark, everything's something to worry about.
Exactly. It's all perfectly safe here.
Okay, so you continue travelling. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw as the next tremor comes along.
16.
19.
15 on dice plus 5, so 20.
Natural 1, which means I get to reroll it, I think.
Yes, you do.
Okay. Oh, for Frank's sake, Valdesar. Anybody going to give me advantage out there,
Yes,
please?
Valdesar, you have from KC a C down for anything ninja or stealthy that you wish to do.
Thank you very much, Casey.
That makes it a 22, the reroll.
Do I get to roll advantage because of the...
Because of the...
Advantage.
Tahina gave someone a... That's linked as well in the chat.
Oh, yes, advantage. Yes. From Tahina, you can have advantage. So we finally caught up on those redemptions, guys. And we've got an eye on them now.
That's a 11.
Okay, anyone that got 13 or less, apart from you, Valdesar, because your DC is down, fails.
Okay. When I fail this, I want to use my arcane deflection to give myself a +4 bonus to the saving throw that I have failed.
Okay, so as you are failing your saving throw and you're trying to dodge out of the way of falling rocks, they deflect off a magical field that appears around you, and you manage to roll out of the way in time without taking any damage. And the rest of you do not take any damage. However, this has now caused a cave-in, and you are now blocked in the tunnel ahead of you and the tunnel behind you, and a tunnel has opened up to the left of you.
Alright, let's go.
And
Wow.
with that,
I guess
Just
keep
as
going to our left.
information, I've accepted the redemptions as well, so they're caught up.
just give me
It looks like that we're not getting given much of a choice here.
No.
I mean, unless someone has some magical ability to move mass quantities of rocks.
I don't have those abilities.
Oh, I've got
Maybe
the
we could
hammer.
try playing a song.
Maybe you, Umtum?
No, I don't.
Are we allowed to see this entirely?
I just happen to have that
Doesn't
voice.
matter.
I just
Okay.
happen to have that sort of a voice, that makes it seem like everything I say that is a suggestion is indicating that someone has the ability. It's not. I don't. No, that's not actually true in this case.
I was just being a cheeky little bastard anyway.
I could lift like 1 stone at a time, which isn't going to do much.
Me not
It's
be
a
lifting
fact.
anything.
So I guess we're
I'm
going
not
down
doing any physical work.
I guess that means we're going down a tunnel then.
Yeah.
A coincidence though it
Onwards.
may be, it seems we have little choice.
Yeah, that's some stuff.
Let's go already.
Shall I be sending my little friend here in advance to make sure nothing is eating
I
us?
mean, if it's awaiting us or not, we're still going to go down there. So
Alright, guys, my fantasy grounds.
Then I will keep her on me so she can help me out with whatever we need.
Yeah.
Oh. FG stuff happened.
Yeah, loading, please wait.
Mm.
Crash down on us. TPK. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
Reroll.
God.
So let's go on then to the wherever.
Let's
To
enter this
left.
tunnel.
I peek my head into the tunnel and I take a look around. Is it still super dark, or is there any light? Or
You have light on your hammer, which I keep
that's true.
casting on you every hour, so I'll make sure you always have a light on your hammer.
Screw fantasy
Probably the
grounds,
best way of
everybody.
keeping track of time down here.
Yeah, we can count the amount of times I have to recast it.
I did push the talk.
Did you?
Right, guys. Yeah, so you're completely locked in, and those of you thinking that you could possibly clear the way, the ground continues to shake, and as it continues to shake, you kind of get the sense that if you try to clear away these rocks, it will cause a further and more dangerous cave-in.
I mean,
Let's go in.
I think we'd already decided that we were taking that side tunnel. So
Yeah. All right, everybody in.
Excellent.
We move in.
I need everyone to.
You go
do
down
a
the side
perception
tunnel.
check, please.
Perception is gonna have to.
Lovely.
My fantasy grounds is
7. It looks like a really nice tunnel.
Fantasy Grounds has decided that it doesn't like anybody anymore.
Yeah.
booted me out.
And 18.
Oh, it works again.
16 on the
okay.
I'm just
die,
gonna roll.
which makes it a
No, what's it doing?
20. Hey.
All right, hang about. I'm gonna have to do mine now.
19.
16.
Right, I need you guys to give me a second while I fix fantasy grounds.
Yeah, it's
I mean, fixing
Boot
Fantasy
now.
Grounds is going to take a lot more than just a second.
There it is.
It was
Right.
just different.
Boom, boom.
there.
We knew something had to come up.
Yes,
I'm back.
my son is also getting very tired. Everybody.
Look at these glasses of his. Falcon, you look amazing.
Thank you. These are my special investigation glasses.
I have to get a costume as well.
You said that like a badge. That's more than enough. Perfect.
We get about 10 sessions in and we're all in costume.
What do you mean 10 sessions?
Look, it's the 3rd session that we are already cosplaying our own character.
Session 1.
True.
My son is so tired he's trying to bite me.
Full
That's quite tired then.
good sign.
You say good sign. I'm the one getting bit. Do. Fantasy grounds crashed, and so we're all waiting because it has information that is critical to things that we're doing. Da, 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 da. Bardic inspiration. Yes, you have teeth. Congratulations.
Brand new.
I'm happy for you. No, these aren't new. These he's had for a while.
Oh,
Back teeth are the ones that come in later. The front teeth come in pretty quick.
those are the dangerous ones.
Yeah, no, the back ones are the front ones are the dangerous ones. At least once they figure out how to use them, they get dangerous.
Right, everyone should be able to control their token.
Oh, what?
I can get back in.
I have to get if I can get back in. Is the
I
question.
am back in, but I don't see a map.
If
Yeah,
you click
same
on the
thing.
right images and maps, then on the drop down, click instead of all, click on new, and you'll see Oozing Temple map. Click that.
I'm actually having to restart it. You guys carry on.
Ah,
Yeah, keep going.
there we go. Oh yeah, I'm here. Hello.
I'm staying roughly in the middle of everybody, regardless of where I'm. just because I can't see anything right now. So
Umtom up front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
likewise, Baldassar's
Yeah, I'll
going to
take
be
point.
towards the back, but obviously behind anybody who wants to break up the rear, so to speak.
I'll be second line.
I'm just fine where I am right now.
Yeah, my fantasy grounds crashed completely, so I'm just waiting for it.
Yeah, likewise, it's just restarting.
Yay, technology, right? Can't be fumbles and fame without the fumbles.
It's the first time it's ever done this as well.
By the way, look at our
Nomen
battle
est
map, by the
omen.
way, guys. If you've got the stream up, it's pretty.
Yeah, my computer can't handle running the stream at the same time as running everything else.
Ooh, battle map.
Oh, cool.
My laptop's beginning to sound a bit asthmatic. It's quite concerning.
Looks really cool.
Right, let's have a look. I'll look at the stream.
Okay, guys. I
Go for
need you to. What was your perception checks?
19.
Mine was a 7.
16.
18.
20. I had a 20. It's still here on my desk.
Right, it wasn't a hard check. Everyone that did that, you can sense that the air is stale and perceptibly thin. The temple contains enough air for 106 hours. So you guys need to find a way out of here immediately. Otherwise you will start to suffocate.
Oh no, I mean we've got 160
That's
hours.
no
so-
Yeah, Baldassar will have a slight look of alarm on his face.
Now,
as
I
he's-
just want to say, real quick, that if there were only half of us, we would have 320 hours. It's just
Well, there aren't half of us, are there? The more you speak, the more area you're using.
Is anyone burning a torch?
We have a
No, we've
light
got
source
no.
by
No.
the Warhammer of Umtom.
torches
Yeah.
use up oxygen.
We've
I have a
got
shining hammer.
light on the Warhammer, and I've got dancing lights around us.
Yeah, Baldassar's not got a torch up.
In addition to running low on air, you can see the bottom of this place is starting to fill with water. At the moment, it's just shallow
Alright.
puddles around your feet.
Well, if no one else is going to go ahead and take the leap, I guess I'll go ahead and lead then, unless somebody else wants to go ahead and start moving.
I'll take
By all
points, so I'll
means.
head out.
So I'll be second rank.
I can't move anything yet. 'Cause I'm still waiting for my stuff to load.
Yeah, Baldassar's going to impress a little bit. It says, the air is thin and the water level is rising. We don't have much time.
Oh, whoopsie. We go here. Perfect.
So let's go then.
All right, let's
Start
bounce.
moving
Let's
forward.
boogie.
Right. So, yeah, Balthazar will be towards the back.
Is that Lael? The
Yeah, I just grabbed some tokens really quickly because I couldn't put anyone on the map that didn't have a token. Valdesar, you're the guy with the helmet.
Yes, I figured.
Nice helmet.
Thank you. My hat isn't too bad either.
I've just lost the stream as well. My phone has died.
nice technology.
Well,
Imagine if we could just all sit around an actual table.
Yeah.
That's the dream one day.
one day.
Virtual reality.
On a
I mean,
stage.
I mean, I do
The
have a
stage.
live studio, but you all are too far away for it.
So
There's-
yeah, we're
A
moving
little
up.
bit.
We'll
So,
come
yeah.
visit. We'll just stand up and be like, hey, we're filming.
The
Yeah.
little issue of the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
just-
we're moving up.
Get them
So,
both.
yeah, we are actively moving up.
Excellent.
Jack, are you still loading?
Yeah, I'm still loading.
I'll,
It's
It's
I'll
taking forever for some
I
reason.
can move you for you if you want. 'Cause I think
Yeah, that would be
I
fine.
don't- I don't actually want to be the very last because I'll die.
I always should think that. Well, fine. Yeah, the old man will guard the rear, I guess.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
We know there's
I
nothing
kinda stick
behind
to
us
the old-
right now.
Do you
Look.
want to go left or right?
Right, so what do we see?
So you come there and you come to a fork in the road and you can go left or right.
How
We're
far?
against the right rail. Let's go left.
Can we sense is there any sort of flow of air, anything coming from any particular direction?
Give me an investigation check.
Sure.
Right, sure thing.
What you be looking for?
5.
So my map is absolutely
12.
huge, and it's obscuring
10.
everything. Hold on. And that is 14.
Natural 20.
Thank you. Have you got that natural 20? You can feel the flow of air coming from the left.
I think we should head left. I'm starting to feel just a breeze coming from that direction. There's got to be some moving air coming from there.
Ah,
Let
perfect.
us be going left then.
And
Yeah.
Agreed. Let's move quickly.
I feel like we only have about 160 hours of air left.
Rough, if you keep talking
Alright.
and wasting air, I will put you to sleep.
I'm in, so I can move myself
Not
now.
wasting, I'm carefully rationing it.
Alright, so come to this room.
Okay, so you come to this room and the walls are finished. You're no longer in a cave. You look around and the walls are glistening with dark dripping water. And there are cracks in the ceiling. And there are drawings on the wall that kind of look like tendrils or smoke or mist. You're not really sure. Some kind of shapeless form.
Alright, I'm gonna take a quick perception before I enter. That might not do me much good. 11.
Yeah, you just see the dripping water in the rooms and the weird tendrils.
Alright, I guess I'll walk in.
While we're moving, I'm starting to get my pipe out of my bag. And starting to put tobacco in it.
Seeing that these
Uh.
are tendrils, I think I'm going to be a little actually curious about these. I'm going to actually look at the walls and see if I can figure out what's going on with those.
Some punks have vandalized the walls down here.
Upon getting closer to the room, as people are going in, I would like to look around and see if there's any indication of, oh, this is the place where we funnel people to sacrifice them to the water god.
It's a reasonable assumption.
Here's a good one.
I would like to look around and see if there's any signs of that. So, perception or investigation?
Investigation, please.
Let me help you out with that.
Sure, I'll take that advantage. 18.
Okay, so this temple is ancient. This is probably before recorded history. There's no writing here. Everything that's on the walls is pictographs. And yes, there is worship here, but it doesn't look like there's any sacrificing going on.
Okay, just by looking at the pictographs, can I tell what deities?
Bless you.
So,
Thank you.
Just by looking at the pictographs, can I tell what deities worshipped here?
not from this pictograph, no.
Okay, so there's not like any sort of religious symbols or anywhere on the walls that might be familiar or archaic versions of ones I'm familiar with?
No.
Okay, well, while we're looking around here, I would just want to put my pipe into my mouth, snap my fingers. Nothing happens really. Yeah, maybe a few sparks come out as it looks. Then I want to put my finger into my pipe, then start lurking it, and then when I blow out, a few bubbles appear. I want to use prestidigitation for that. And I just want to stand there looking around, blowing bubbles out of my mouth a bit here and there.
Are you having a good time?
I am, matey. This is the most fun I've had in ages.
Right.
I mean, I have been more bored in my life. That's true. That's accurate. All right, I'm just gonna jump in the room.
I guess.
Alright, so I'm checking out this exit to the room. That's
Okay.
Here.
In this exit are the skeletal remains of what looks like a elf. There is a dark metal mace and a scattering of coins just in front of you. However, you're quick to notice that these are hovering above the floor.
What's hovering above the floor?
Bones, a mace, and coins.
I'll pull out a
What's
copper
hovering above the
piece
floor.
and throw it within this hallway.
Okay, so the hallway. So the coin rattles down the hallway. It lands with the other coins and the mace and the bones. And then suddenly they start to move. And then they begin to congeal. And then they begin to rise up.
Do I recognize the
What?
gelatinous cube?
everybody back from the wall. There's something coming.
Oh,
I'm gonna move.
Oh.
I'm gonna move to the side of the entrance.
Hey.
Oh, that's funny looking.
Tom, you're gonna want to put use of that hammer in a minute.
Yeah, I've got the hammer ready. Everybody else back away from the entrance. I'm just sitting here waiting with the hammer for it to start to get close.
Does it look like it's going to be coming down the hallway at us?
So as you can see, it's got two gelatinous-looking eyes at you, and it jiggles.
All right. I would like it to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okie dokie.
I'm hoping it fails.
Don't we always?
It does not.
we don't hear you.
The way it depends what.
Sorry?
Was it DC?
DC 13.
Yeah, it rolled a 16.
Ah.
Oh dear.
Well, question.
Yeah.
Are the objects inside of it capable of making a dexterity save? Because the spell I made is a cube, and it affects both creatures and objects.
It's part of the creature now, right?
Yeah, it's part of the creature. So as the creature makes a dexterity saving, so does the objects.
Is there,
As-
well, never mind then.
as you
Sorry,
do-
I cast fairy fire is what I had done.
Okay. Well, flames surround it, and it looks like they're going, but then they begin to fizzle out. And this creature, with its googly, jiggly eyes, speaks to you in your mind, and you hear a hello.
Hello.
Hello. I respond back.
Oh, what are you doing here?
You're the
We're friends.
cube talking, right?
Pardon?
You're the Jedi. What's his name again? From the
Gelatinous cube.
challenge cube. yeah.
Mr. Gelatinous cube.
You're the gelatinous cube, right?
Am I?
What be your name
yes.
and where are you from?
My name is Glabberglue. Or that's what I decided to call myself.
That's a pretty
That is a
fitting name.
fine name. That's better than what I used to call my birdie.
Very descriptive.
Who are you?
We're your friends.
Oh,
And it is of utmost importance that you lead us quickly out of here. Can I make a persuasion check?
of course.
Come on, 10.
Quickly. Well, I can certainly help you find a way out. The other things in this place are not very friendly. They won't even come near me.
That's a shame.
That's a shame. You be looking damn fine today.
Well,
Have
thank
you-
you?
Have you been here by yourself, alone?
I do not know. I was hungry, and then I felt a disturbance, and then I just was.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. I know what happened here.
I don't.
You
Yeah,
be
that's-
having any memories of a big eye floating?
Several eyes.
All right. So this thing that you have within the body, this dark object, doesn't it bother you?
What object?
Well, there be floating a few objects and bones in the body.
Are there? And then you just kind of like see his eyes move lower
Inwards.
down to where the objects are, and they kind of like point down and look at them, and then it expels them from Glabadul's body.
Does it make a sound?
Can I make a nature check to figure out what this is?
You certainly can.
I have an idea, but 18 plus 2, so 20.
Okay, that's a very good roll. You know of stories of a great demon lord called Dublex. And Dublex is the lord of slime. And when slimes come into contact with Dublex, they become intelligent and aware of themselves and are able to speak. You have a good idea that what you see before you, Glabberglaw, has come into contact with Dublex. the demon
Right.
lord.
So it appears that this slime is an indicator that demons have passed through this area.
That not be good?
Are we talking
No, but they're also
demons
friendly.
or a demon?
Typically, demons are not good. No.
Are we talking more of the fat little monkeys we fought, or are we talking more of
No,
the big whip and
more
sword that
big-
we ran away
yeah,
from?
bigger. It's a demon lord.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
disconnect for a bit, and I'm gonna reconnect from the car if I'm able to. And otherwise, thanks for the session so far, but I need to go unfortunately right now.
Alright,
All right, have fun.
We'll take care of your guy.
Yeah,
Bye,
and so
Cameron.
I'm gonna
Yes.
try to reconnect from the car and at least try to be there a bit halfway. But yeah, see if it works or not.
Now watch as Leonie frantically rearranges the cameras.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, I'll see if I'm back. You shouldn't have to. So wait a few minutes with it.
You know,
But
Feel
no,
free to
this
hockey.
what this means basically is that a demon lord has come through and made this particular slime intelligent. The slime itself might not be a problem. The demon lord, definitely a problem.
I have
agree.
no reason to believe. You know, let me put it this way: 100% of the beings we've met in here so far have been nothing but accommodating.
Baldassar's
what.
going to.
Feel free to lead the way.
Baldassar's going to just look to the other one. He says, "This disturbance you spoke of. Is it still in the area?"
No, it's gone. Sadly, I wish I could follow. Sometimes it calls. Sometimes it calls.
He looks to
Yeah,
the
no.
others. He says, "Is it possible that this creature could become hostile, even not of its own free will?"
Where typically when things start repeating sentences like that, yeah, that means they're going to become hostile.
It's a tad unnerving.
It's intelligent. It has its own intelligence. Whether or not it's under the control of the demon that created it, I don't know. But it's always
I can
possible.
hear you, by the way.
I know.
Yeah. Don't talk about our friend like that. He has a name, by the way.
It's always possible that something could suddenly decide to become hostile.
Where
Go-
are you guys from?
Way up there.
Also, we have a limited amount of time.
Global, I'm sorry to cut this short, but you mentioned you might know a way out. Would you possibly be able to either lead us or point the way?
Oh, I could, but I have a request.
Oh, sure, anything.
When you leave, you allow me to go with you. I would like to
Absolutely.
see you up.
I'll show you up. Don't you worry. Don't even hesitate. Don't even worry.
Is this persuasion or deception that you're trying here?
I'm being genuine. I don't need to roll for being genuine.
I would like to insight check the ooze.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think Valdesar too will do that.
Same. I'm trying to get a
Okay.
read on this thing.
Alright, fine.
Both do know what's happening.
18.
Today
Yes.
my
One must always be cautious when dealing with the spawn of demons.
today my dice likes the number 18 because that's an 18, which makes it a 22.
Today my dice like to turn me into comic relief.
And
As they often
14
do.
for Valdesar got 14.
So the ooze is genuinely curious about you guys and wants to learn more about the world. And it doesn't feel hostile to you.
Or deceptive.
Or deceptive. It just feels really.
With
It's been really lonely, and it's,
with Shroom's link to everybody, I kind of just say, does anybody know anything about how dangerous these things might be if they are on the surface, or could they just be
No.
avoided?
Do I with my previous nature roll, do I know how dangerous a gelatinous cube is?
So one gelatinous cube isn't really a problem. Maybe for you guys, like if it's been turned on you, it could be a little bit of. A
But if it was like in a wide open space.
if it was in a wide open space, and there were lots of you.
And so via the telepathic spores, it's a matter of scale, really. For us, dangerous, yes, most certainly. For the city guard of Waterdeep, probably not an issue. Just depends really on where it is and what it's doing.
Well, seeing as we're here and not the city guard of Waterdeep, maybe this request we can go along with.
So what was the thing's name again?
Hello?
Labagoo.
Oh, hello.
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 You are on a phone.
Yeah, I am, so I'll talk as little as I can, but I'll still be able to join you for the next coming 20 minutes to half an hour.
Excellent. D&D on the road. I like it. You must, Valdesar, you must understand, Glabagoo, that the upper world is a dangerous place. There will be many who may attack you at sight, simply for what you are.
But you will keep me safe.
Absolutely.
We have our own journey to make. We will be remaining in the Underdark for quite some time.
No, I'm not gonna continue.
Okay. Tell you what. I'll sort of hold my hands up. If you'd like, help us get out of here. Help us get through this area, find the exit, because we're all running out of breath down here. I know that's not going to bother you, but it's going to bother us in a few hours. And we will point you in the right direction to get yourself up to the surface. Sound like a deal? And I will make a persuasion check if I need to.
Okay. No, it doesn't need that much.
Okay. Okay.
And so with that, he leads you down the corridor. As you get to the wider bit, I'm gonna just get rid of his picture so everyone can see.
I cannot see the map, by the way, so...
Okay, I would describe it. I was just moving the picture away so I could see it and describe it. Give me a second.
Thank you!
Mr. Carphone. Can someone be
I can do it by chain of thought, but...
Can
Yeah,
someone
I'll-
be responsible for him and someone else be responsible for moving Leo as well?
Yeah, I got him.
Excellent. So as you move down to this bigger room, suddenly Glabagul makes himself as wide and as tall as the room, which is 10 foot by 15 foot, by the way, if anyone's curious. And then he just kind of like moves along like a screen door. And as he does this and he reaches certain puddles, he forces grey oozes from the walls and pushes them back. They don't attack him, they just seem to scarper away from him.
He's just squeegeeing them along, basically.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's it. Nice.
That's quite useful, yes.
Not quite.
Do they look like they are going to like squeeze past him and attack us, or is he preventing them from getting to us?
He's preventing them from getting to you.
Good, okay.
Okay.
I'll stay
follow.
a good 10 feet behind him.
Yeah.
And you guys can continue up. And so he's squeegeeing 2 oozes at the moment. And as you reach the second room, he squeegees 2 more, so there's 4 in total. And then you come to a very long, narrow passageway. Right at the top.
Valdesar from the back just kind of looks over and says, "Why have we stopped?"
I don't know.
Is he continuing on through there, or is
Yeah,
he
he's
stopped?
continuing on. Just
I know.
slowly.
We haven't stopped so much as there's a problem of fluid dynamics happening ahead of us.
Again,
Oh,
I'll follow, but I'm staying a good 10 feet behind him. I'm going to be checking too. It's not my strong suit, but I'm going to be trying to make sure that there's no like traps that something heavier or less fluid would be triggering.
Okay.
Or more frickin' cave-ins. Pitfalls.
Do you, sir?
18 perception.
You do not see any down this corridor.
Okay. Well, I'm following
Down this
along.
corridor.
If this corridor wanted to kill us, we'd be dead.
Yeah.
Alright, do we come to the end of the corridor?
Yes, you come to the end of the corridor, and then you become to basically the temple seems to continue to your right, and then to your left there is the sound of trickling water, and the Globagoo converses down one of the corridors, and then as he does, it'll be this first one here.
Oh, we can't hear.
Oh,
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry,
Eleanor.
I was using my mouse hand and I forgot to do push to talk. It's really annoying. But the stream can hear me, so it's just you guys can't, and that's kind of important, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
just a little
the
bit.
one nearest, the tunnel nearest to Omtom, Glabagul goes down with his 4 slimes, and as he gets to the center of it, the floor gives way, and he pushes the slimes down into this hole before coming back up, and he just kind of blocks the entranceway there.
Alright.
Right.
So,
So, Globago, which way would you recommend? Which way's out?
Follow the water.
I mean,
Which could you be more specific than that?
The water. Go to the water.
we've been hearing the sound of water off to the left, right?
Yes, you have.
Well, water has always led me the way, so I'll find the water.
Let's see.
I'm not certain
alright.
what you just said, but okay.
He wants to
likes
go to the water.
Water has always led me the way, so I'll find the water.
Yeah, Erdon, that's, you know,
I take a look down this corridor. Is there anything that stands out about it, or?
So obviously, apart from the hole that that corridor, not where Glabagor is.
The one to the right.
The one that leads towards where we're hearing water.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I was thinking about the water.
Apart from obviously there's water at your feet, and the water seems to be coming from there.
At
Have we
our
been
feet.
noticing anything else on the walls, like any other pictographs or anything else that might tell us what the temple is?
Yeah, you can do me an investigation check.
Yeah, if there's stuff I could look at.
11.
Mine is a 19.
Okay.
I got a 25 on investigation
Very
with the
nice.
net 20.
Okay, so all of those that got above 16, you see a very strange mark on the wall of this cave. It kind of looks like an arrow with almost like a sigil. So it looks like letters merged into letters, and it emanates with a magical energy.
Ooh.
I've seen this once when I was a rookie.
Magical what?
A magical energy. It's a sigil. There's a sigil carved into the wall, and it emanates with a magical
Can I make an Arcana check on that?
Yeah, you can. How are you going to do that? Are we doing that for you?
Can you do that for me? You should have control of my character, right?
I'm also going to make an Arcana check on it.
I didn't see it.
16 on mine.
Okay, Erdan, you rolled a 17, or I rolled you a 17.
Okay.
Yeah, you know not to touch these things. They are usually warnings, and you may not know much about the Underdark, but you have a feeling this is probably of elven make.
I can speak. Would I be able to read it because I can speak Elven?
Okay, you certainly can.
I also speak Elven. I'm trying to
So-
read what it is. Yeah.
What does it say? Or, I'm not going to say it out loud.
Yeah, no.
I need you to both make me wisdom saving throws.
Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Not Tom's strong point, but luckily 16.
Let's see if I can.
20. Yep.
There it is.
Yeah, 20. Yay!
Much easier to read on this dice.
Okay, as you guys look at it, you start to hear whispers in your mind, and they creep up your spine, and then you quickly turn away because you know that this is a drow warning sign of demons, and you should not be looking at it. The drow symbol that you are seeing is one for duplex.
Is it basically on the outside of the wall of heading towards the water?
Yes.
So this is all exactly as we thought it would be.
Right.
Great.
So that's not the way we want to go.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't recommend that. And just still kind of shuddering.
So that would be the direction that that the ooze what's his name?
Glabagoo.
Glabagoo. That one indicated for us to go.
Yes.
Over the telepathic link, I will let everybody know that that's the sign of the demon that made Glabagoo on the wall.
Yeah, I think the goo is full of shit.
Leon hearing
I feel like we would have seen that.
Leon hearing that there's a drow warning sign walks up to the sign and she lays her hand upon it. She whispers a prayer and it shatters and disappears. She turns to you and she recommends, if you see any more of these, do not touch them. Only Drow can touch them.
Good to
I'm
know.
glad he be allowed in.
Taking note of that.
Yeah.
Sorry, my son has decided that he wants to take my wife's subwoofer out from underneath her desk. Every time I see him carrying this big box, just.
That's it.
Right, so I think we're gonna have to choose one of these other corridors to head down.
Lael, what exactly do those warning signs mean?
They were a warning of demon kinds. And
Like-
this-
Beware, there are demons this way, or beware, no demon should pass this kind of warning.
beware demons this way.
Right. So we're going the other way.
There are 4 corridors here, right?
Yes, but one of them, the one where Vulcan is standing in front of, is being blocked up by Glabble Glibble, who is preventing 4 grey oozes and a black pudding from getting at you.
Right, that's kind.
That's quite.
Baldassar will pipe up and say, "Could it be that the disturbances we felt was the demon lord arising? Perhaps this is indeed the way out, but it simply must be the same way that the demon itself took."
It's plausible, yes.
Or we can at least. I mean, we have enough time if we look down the other direction and don't find an exit. We can always come back.
By all means. Just simply, we may not need to be too cautious of our only escape routes.
We'll see.
That is true. But at the same time, maybe if we do encounter a demon, even though it's hard to say what of, being a temple, maybe there was something useful.
I'm just gonna send 2 of my dancing lights down the third and fourth corridor, and see what they see. Like, sort of see if they light anything particularly dangerous up down the corridor.
No, they look like perfectly normal corridors.
Tom, you want to take one of these?
Yeah, sure.
Can
You got
I
a
make an
preference?
investigation check to see if I notice anything down the corridor I'm standing in front of?
Yes, he can.
1 second.
17.
They look like perfectly normal corridors.
I think we should all just go for it.
I'm basically a zombie helping everybody with what they want to help with.
Alright, that's cool. You just relax.
Drive safe.
Just saying, if you want to help with anything, I'm there.
Okay.
Right. Well then, I'll start walking down this corridor and seeing what I can see.
Ruff, I will go with you.
I will say a quick prayer to anyone who's willing to listen, and then also do the same thing.
Stop.
Stopping.
I've
Go
stopped.
for the Ruff.
I don't know
What
if
was
that's
say?
smart.
Was that the GM saying stop or somebody else saying
No,
stop?
Me saying stop.
Okay.
I need you to make a perception check, please.
All right.
Everybody?
No, just Lou.
22.
I will go with him.
I'm helping.
Okay, Lou, with that successful perception check, I will give you an advantage on your dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Uh, 18 plus 4 is 22.
Okay, you step on a very pristine looking plate beneath your feet, and you feel it immediately give way, and you hop back. And there is another pit.
Right, so not this way.
Let's go down the other one.
I need everyone to roll me that thing that you roll at the start of a fight.
Initiative.
Initiative. Yeah,
Oh my god.
Can do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
20. Unnatural.
What do we need to roll?
20,
Initiative, I did it
unnatural.
for you.
Our,
21.
Okay.
Does our halfling luck for the day count on initiative rolls
Yeah,
too?
it's
Because I
all
just rolled
natural
natural
ones.
one. Okay.
Yep.
I just rolled natural one. Let's throw that
I
away.
had exactly the same thing, and I
That's
rolled a
better.
19.
That's an 18.
Right, give me a second, guys. I just need to sort out this encounter because I've lost all my pages.
Yes.
Okay.
Crap.
Sorry.
I have a +5 to that, right?
Well, I haven't even rolled yours yet. Give me a second.
Alright, sorry.
I'm just gonna go do the trade really quick.
Oh,
I have initiative for about 8 people to roll, so give me a second.
there's a thing in front of me.
Great.
Well, that's fine. I've only used one spell.
All right.
Let's do this.
So, everyone shout out your initiative again.
20.
20.
18.
8.
I think Vulcan's was a 21.
Yes, it was.
Who were the 20s?
Wrath
And Untom.
and Turtle. Umtom.
I have a name.
Okay. Top of the
I
round.
always forget whether it's Omtum or Umtom.
I've been pronouncing it Umtom, but I've been enjoying hearing all the different pronunciations.
Vulcan's back if we want to confirm his initiative.
Was your initiative 21?
Yeah.
Excellent. Top of the round with 21 is Vulcan.
Uh,
So out of the pit has crawled a black, oozing, shapeless figure.
but
It's in
I
front of me.
can see it, right?
Yes,
Which
you
is
can.
I will grab my crossbow and launch a bolt at it.
It has cover because I'm in the way.
Of course, yeah. I can do much, actually.
Person is half cover, right? So it's like +2 AC or something.
I can try. But there's a chance I hit Luke, right?
Indeed.
Lou, but yeah.
Lou. Can't really do anything. Can I hold my turn for if the ooze gets into the hallway and then take it from there?
Yep, you can hold your action and wait until you can see the ooze.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, next up is Umtum.
Okay, real quick, we'll look to see, is there any like big slab or piece of rubble or something that I could pick up and just try and just shove this thing back in the hole with?
Yes, you can certainly look and then try. So roll me a perception check and I'll allow that as your free action.
Okay, perception is 12.
Yeah, you find just next to you that like a bit of ceiling has fallen down and you can pick that up.
Okay, I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna try and get around Lou and shove this thing back into the hole with it.
Give me an
I
athletics
will
check.
allow him to get past me.
Okay, let's see, what is my...
Damn it. You guys were too smart about this. 20 battles.
That would be a 13.
Oh, so you push the ooze, but as you push it, it kind of like gives way and it swallows you. You're now inside the ooze.
Oh, okay, don't want to be out of here.
That
Don't
is
want to be
the
in here.
opposite of what we wanted to happen.
That's not what I wanted to happen.
You take 4 4 points of acid damage as it swallows you.
Okay. Where's my hit points on this? Okay, I'm at 19 then. Okay. Do I have a chance to break out, or is that just my turn?
You can, but it'll be your next turn.
Okay. Okay, I didn't go as planned. Somebody help.
Wrath, you are down the sides of
Yeah.
another...
So, hold on. May I just quickly move this like this?
Where you
Then
going left or right?
can I go back here
Yep. You
and
can.
try to throw Tom a rope to pull himself out with?
You would need something weighty to get in. I mean, if you just kind of like throw it at the ooze.
Oh, I could tie it to a torch and then just kind of throw it
As
over
long as
there.
it's not lit, please.
It's not lit. It's neither lit nor woke.
You can do that. Give me a acrobatics check.
Slimes are fun.
Acrobatics.
Leo hates slimes.
Oh, come on.
I have my best bonus to athletics, and I have my worst roll with it.
It doesn't matter how much bonus I have if I only roll below 5.
Yep. All right.
That's a 7.
Unfortunately, as you throw it, you just fall a little bit short before the ooze.
I'm just kind of like, really?
Well, whatever. I'm just gonna move to the side then, and think about what I've done. but Lou, if he doesn't have any much more better ideas, which he probably will have, should be able to pass that torch along. Pass the torch, so to speak. All right, please continue.
Next up is Lael, who is going to move. Let me just keep holding down my push to talk. Grab her. Step forward. Maybe open up her sheet. And she is going to swipe at it with her moonblade.
Oh, wait, no, please.
So she's not blindfolded.
No, just using slashing damage.
That's why I'm sure she can...
Unfortunately, because of Tom's lit hammer with light, she has disadvantage and she misses.
I don't know if that's good or bad in this situation, honestly.
She tries again, and once again, because of the light, she misses. And that's all she's really gonna do.
Is she gonna perhaps move out of the way?
Nah.
Okay. Because she's trying, we're occupying the same space.
Yeah, but she's in front of you. You should be glad.
I'm not.
After that, it is Valdus. Oh no, it's not. It is.
I had an 18, so I don't know if I'm next
you.
or not.
Yeah, sure,
All right. With my previous role and established knowledge of slimes, do I know if this particular variant of slime is good or bad at Constitution saving throws? I don't know if I would or know or not. That's what I'm asking.
I think you should roll a nature check for that.
Sure. That's a 10 on the die, which makes it a 12.
It's fairly decent at Constitution saving throws.
Okay. Well, in that case, do I know what creature type an ooze is? Is it an aberration? Is it an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead? Basically, no. Okay. I've got options, but each option is dependent on specific information. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that then, I guess. I need it to make a Wisdom saving throw against a DC of 13.
It's 14.
Okay, so it only takes half of this, but I whisper in what language would I do this in? I'll just whisper. I'm going to whisper an orcish curse at it. Oh, that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it takes 5 points of psychic damage.
Doesn't it have to understand the language that it's been
Nope.
spoken to? Okay.
Not for dissonant whispers.
How many points of damage does it take?
I rolled 10, so it takes 5 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And I'm just going to bonus action look up at Tom. Look over at Tom. If you don't mind extracting yourself from that, I'm certain you can do it. Just flex the muscles really well. It gives him a bardic inspiration. And step back. Oh, provoking an attack of opportunity, but.
Alrighty. No, it won't because Leo's standing in front of you.
All right. And yeah, I'm going to step back and over.
Okay. Don, it's your turn.
There's slimes here.
Yeah, there's a black ooze. A black pudding.
One of them.
Yeah, one.
Okay, I use my circular blasting and throw everything at it.
What?
The structure of blasting.
Yeah.
It has Tom inside it.
I don't care.
There you go. We understood that.
I want to kill it.
All right, I see this thing light up on his head, and I just brace myself.
What is he casting? I have absolutely no idea.
He's using a circlet of blasting.
Circlet of blasting.
Yes.
Or a structure of blurbing.
I heard.
Could be either one.
It casts
Leo-
Scorching.
So Leo's in the way. Tom's inside it.
Oh hell!
This is going to be in the way.
So it's going to be a spell attack roll with a +5 bonus.
Yeah,
So
I just got to find his circlet.
it's while we're in the circle, you can use an action to cast a Scorching Ray spell with it. When you make the spell's attacks, you do so with a +5 bonus. Circle can't be used again until the next dawn. So it's 3 attacks with 3 d20 rolls with a +5 to each. Because Scorching Ray sends out 3 rays that do 2d6 fire damage each if they hit.
2. The first one hits Leo. She takes
Push to talk.
5, 10.
We can't hear
No!
you.
She might just be doing behind the scenes rolls.
That's fine.
A little bit to hear her.
Da, da, da.
It's suspense.
The suspense. It's killing us and potentially Tom and or Layla.
They got out from
Lyra.
the book.
Jason, do you have my player's handbook?
I do.
Okay, I need it.
What do you need? What do you want to know?
How much damage does Scorching Ray do, please?
2d6 fire damage on each hit.
Scorching Ray.
I've got it on D&D
Yeah.
Beyond right here.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 2d6 fire damage. Is...
Hooray!
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 blasts come out of the circlet that Erdon is wearing. The first one hits Leo and does 3 points of damage. The second one hits the ooze and Tom, and you share 5 points of damage. So that's 3 to the ooze, 2 to you.
Okay.
And the third one hits the ooze and Tom again, and you share 9 points of damage. That is 5 to the ooze and 4 to you, Tom.
Okay. So I am at 13.
Right.
And as a bonus action, I will yell, "Yar!"
Did we hear that right?
That can only be done once a day.
Yes. That's it.
I like that we're just standing off to the side and we just hear like explosions and smoke and fire come out of the corridor. That's cool. Chunks of goo and turtle.
I'm a little singed, but I'm okay for now.
Alrighty. Balthasar, it's your turn.
I don't know. My game plan's changed a little bit now after that action. Give me 2 moments. Okay, this looks more appealing. Okay. He's going to cast. Well, first of all, he's going to move. Give Erdon a bit of a chastising glance. And then he's going to cast Healing Word. Can he cast it on Untom while he's inside the use? He can.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right. So yeah, he's everything was at touch, and I was like, I ain't going anywhere near that thing. So yeah, he's going to cast Healing Word on Untom. So he's going to cast it at level 2. So it's at D4, isn't it? Yeah.
You have second level spells.
1d4. Yeah. 2 slots.
Balthasar is level 3.
He's level 3, yeah, and he's and that comes as part of the Life Cleric gig. You get some nice Healy spells for free. So let's see. Of course. This is plus his spell casting modifier, so that's 4 plus 4, and then his Life Cleric, his Disciple of Life bonuses. So it's 8. Regains whenever he uses spell, additional 2 plus the spell's level, so it's plus 1, so he gets 12 HP.
Oh yeah, I'm back up to full. That's more than what I took.
Excellent. I got a bit worried. Got a bit worried with like all the blasts, all the fire. So that's fine. Plus, it's the only healing spell that can actually reach him. That's fine. Overcompensates. Let's see, and that was yeah, that's fine. That was a bonus action. No, that'll be fine. That's his move. That's his turn.
Alrighty. Excellent. Now it's the Black Pudding's turn. It just slides with Omtom in tow up to the ceiling for 15 foot of movement. And it's just gonna slide along here.
Uh-oh. I thought he was going to carry him away, just steal off with him down the corridor.
He is going to get an opportunity of attack from Leo. Because it's only 15 foot high. Actually, no, can she reach? No, she can't reach. Yeah, I'm just going to slip that up here. And then it's going to decide to attack Erdon.
If it's 15 foot high, she would have gotten the attack as it was climbing the wall.
Oh, that is true. Thank you. It's still a disadvantage because of the light.
So we throw a towel over it.
She misses. Bloody level 15 cleric can't hit shit. Yeah. Oh yeah, the Black Pudding. It is going to attack Erdon. So
Yar.
that was a natural 1. And I am wearing green eyeshadow, but it's starting to fade. Do I get my magic rerolls?
Hell no.
No.
You're the GM. That's up to you.
So you're for not having green clothing.
Alrighty, so it misses. Its attack, and that's the end of its turn. So top of the round.
Yeah.
And I need to go now for real. So guys, good luck. Good.
It's okay. You might not be around too much longer anyway.
Feed the wizard to the ooze.
Bye bye.
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 Someone's watching the stream. I heard myself. Right. So top of the round is Vulcan. Vulcan. You do what you need to do, and then after Vulcan, it's then Omtum. I need to fix the cameras, so you guys busy yourselves.
Okay.
So,
but the ooze is on the ceiling, or is it already On the
It's on
ground.
the ceiling, if I understood that correctly.
'Cause I don't think I can reach it with a dagger then. So
It's 15 feet up in the air. So.
yeah, I'll try to shoot it with my crossbow. And 8 plus 4, 12 to hit. I think it's gonna miss, probably.
What did you hit?
12.
Yep, 12 hits.
Oh.
What is it? What kind of damage?
Piercing. I'm trying not to hit Umtum.
And can I give roll damage?
Just 8. 7 plus 2 is 9. 9 points of damage. And I move back a little bit. Because I'm kind of afraid that it will swallow me as well.
Very wise.
Yeah.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
Umtum.
All right. What level of action is it to try and break free from this thing?
It's an athletics check.
Oh, is it like a movement bonus?
No, it's just a straight. It's your action, so it's just a straight athletics check.
Okay. Before that, I am going to rage. So you see kind of Umtam grit his teeth a little bit and his eyes narrow. See some little sparks kind of take up around him as he just starts to like, flex up his muscles and he tries to break free out of this thing. So that'll give me
And if you use Bardic
advantage on
Inspiration-
strength checks.
If you use your Bardic Inspiration, it's a D6 extra.
I think for Bardic Inspiration, you should sing a round of I Want to Break Free by Queen.
Okay, I rolled an 18 on the athletics check.
You successfully do that. You've broken.
Okay. Which means I'm probably falling to the floor.
Yep.
But I also have resistance now to bludgeoning damage, so am I taking any fall damage from that, or?
No, it's only
Okay.
foot.
Okay.
Actually, do me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 14.
Okay, you successfully do that.
Can't land on my feet. And do I have any actions left, or?
Can I tell him to move towards me?
You can do whatever you like.
Move towards me.
I mean, I'm right next to you as is. I'm right underneath the ooze, so I'm right next to you.
Yeah, but like somewhere like between. Yeah, you know, exactly.
All right, so I'll move real quick, place myself between Wrath and the ooze because he requested it, and I take it that's probably my turn because the breaking free was my action, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Okay, so yeah, that's all my actions. I moved, I used my bonus action, then my action. So next.
That would be me, right?
Right,
that
that's
accurate?
you.
Can I jump off of Umtam's shell and try to slash at the thing with my rapier?
Do me an acrobatics.
Oh god, come on, please. 13.
So you jump and you try to jump high enough, but it's just not.
I didn't hear.
No.
You gotta wait.
But it didn't look very comforting.
As
Thank
we,
you, Phil.
Per request. No more than that.
Just-
I don't want to get this. I don't want to get.
Yeah, we don't get.
2 lines. All you get. That's
Long as
actually
it's
one
under
of the,
30
that's one of the
seconds.
that's one of the few Queen songs I actually don't know how to sing.
Oh, it's fantastic. I have to say, I think I'll probably do well in a karaoke with that. That's about all I can say, because Freddie Mercury's just a bit too much.
I want to break free. I wish I could sing as well as Freddie Mercury.
I think everybody wishes they
that
could
man
sing as well
hit
as
notes-
Freddie
Wish I could
that-
sing it
that
all.
man could hit notes that very few people can hit.
Okay,
Mm.
cameras are fixed. Yay!
Yay!
Alright, sweet. Now tell me how I failed.
You jump pretty high, but it's just not high enough to hit. So unfortunately, you miss.
It's a bummer. Anyway, I'll end here. Oh, it was worth a try.
Is that it for your turn?
I mean, yeah.
Lou, you're
Good to
next.
know.
I would like it to make a Constitution saving throw. And roll poorly.
And roll. Oh no.
Nothing happens as I play on the Saturn and try to cast Levitate on it. I have 6 more tries.
By damn, you'll use them.
Yeah. That was through the Saturn. As a bonus action. No, just I will move around so that I'm not quite close enough to it that it can hit easily. I'm gonna move over into this area. So I can still see it, but I'm not that there are people between me and it. I'm not yet a blade. Also, I have piercing and bludgeoning damage, and it's too high above anyways, so.
Okay, it's Leo's turn.
She should cast spells at it.
She doesn't have that many spells. She can misty step in it.
Thought she was a cleric.
No, paladin. It's all melee.
Oh. Paladins have fantastic spells.
They have fantastic spells, but I've not prepared them. She's mostly divine smite. She's not gonna reach. I bloody hate oozers.
That's why she hates them. She can't do bugger all against them.
Compelled duel? Does she have compelled duel prepared?
She does. She does.
It basically tells it, "Get down here and fight me, damn you."
Yeah. So.
The wisdom save.
The ooze complies and it gets down the season. It just kind of like plops. But Tom, don't worry, it hasn't swallowed you.
I was going to say, right back down on top of it.
Excellent. So now it's on the ground.
That was a bonus action, so she could hit it too.
Yeah, the bloody light's still there. She's got a +12.
Would she be in the shade? She looks like she's still in the corridor.
No, she's still in the corridor, yeah. What is this weapon? It's +12. No, she misses.
Good grief.
You have the most useless babysitter ever. She can't hit shit when.
That's fine. You don't want to break it. For us.
When it's sunny. Yeah, that will end her turn. Adam's turn. Adam is going to get rid of the light, seeing how we're struggling. So it's now dark unless someone else.
That seems very out of character.
My dancing lights are still in the room,
Okay.
so everyone can still see, and they're not bright enough to harm her.
Yes,
so.
I'm aware of that because she can also cast it. Yeah. Okay, so that's finally gone, and then he is going to do something.
I don't know what spells he has, so.
I have never played a wizard.
Yeah, I have. I just don't know what spells he has.
Is that the black pudding?
An adorable black pudding.
I was going to say, we feel bad about whacking it at this rate.
Well, he's just
Black
telling
pudding.
me about his day. What he doesn't know is that I've been here all day with him, so I know exactly about his day already. But
Okay. Don is going to cast magic missile.
that's a
Now
good.
there's
that's
a
good
classic.
magic
good
missile. Yeah, I mean he's only got level 1 spell, so that straight does 3d4 plus 3 damage to it. Then I have played many a wizard. It's wizards and sorcerers are my favorite classes.
So it's hard rolling dice and trying to write stuff down. I've only got 2 hands. I need a third hand. To push to talk.
I'm not getting up again.
Okay, so it took 10 points practically.
Oh, lovely.
All force damage, so most things aren't resistant to it.
Lovely stuff.
Okay, now Valdesar, your turn.
Valdesar will he grips his holy amulet, his dragon amulet, and then a blue glow emanates from his mouth, and he opens it, and a beam of lightning, pure lightning, blue lightning energy bursts out at the pudding. So I believe we'll need to roll a dexterity saving throw as a DC of 12.
Is it a line or a cone?
It's a line.
So I think Tom might have to make that roll too.
I think it's. I think he could pretty much aim if he's not occupying the same space. Then I think he can. I don't think it's going to be that cruel, are you?
No, Tom and the ooze are not in the same space. And
Okay.
yes, it's just a diagonal line. It hits the wall. It rolled a 10.
Oh, excellent.
I thought
So it'll be
was
2d6 lightning damage. The one. Oh, for feck's sake. Oh, for feck's sake! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know that feel.
Yeah.
That feel.
Yeah, that natural feeling. Oh wait, I haven't rolled my re-rolled my natural ones yet, have I? Or does that count with damage?
All natural ones.
That's-
Oh, excellent. All right, then I'm going to re-roll one of these. Come on.
Well, that's better. That's twice as good.
Okay, 3 points, 3 whole whopping points of lightning damage.
As you
That's when
strike
we
it
learn
with these
oozes are
lightning
immune.
damage, you get a sense that this ooze did not take as much damage as it should have.
Well, that's not as much of a stretch, is it? I think that's an understatement.
No, it took even less than what you did.
That's fine. He growls in irritation as he sees its resistance to it. But that said, that was I do believe that was an action. Sorry, just 2 moments. Because that doesn't count as a spell, does it?
Nope.
So, yep. He will actually use his the level 2 spell spot. He'll cast Spiritual Weapon, and it will come into being just in between Erdon and Tom. So basically in that corner of the room. I don't know how to highlight it. Or if I can. Okay. Is that fine? Yeah, cool. Right. Can the all right, is that a separate thing, isn't it?
It attacks
It's
when
goes,
it's summoned.
yeah, okay, excellent. Does that is that sort of a separate thing with its own?
It uses
turns?
your spellcasting ability, so it would use
Yeah.
your wisdom modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah, what I'm saying is, does it attack? Does it use my turns to attack, or is it its own separate entity now?
It's a bonus action. It uses your bonus
Yeah.
action. To
Right. Okay. So it can
But-
do. All right. Excellent. So it can
It
make
makes
a
its,
weapon.
it makes its first attack the turn it's summoned.
Excellent. So let's see how you like this then. Melee attack. Can I use dice here? Because it doesn't give too much info.
That plus your wisdom modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
Right, here we go. Yep, so it's like a standard weapon then. Because I'm proficient in, yay. Right, so that'll be +5. So that'll be 18 altogether. I hit you.
What kind of
Does an
damage
18
does your
hit?
Yeah, it does. What kind of damage does your weapon do?
Force damage.
Yeah, it's force damage.
Yeah.
Some damage.
I'll
It's
give you some
2d8.
damage. Actually, it's just 1d8 if I cast it at 3. But plus my spellcasting modifier.
Yep.
Ability. Yep, excellent. So that's 7 altogether damage. 7 force damage.
Okay. It
Excellent.
is the ooze's turn.
What does it look like, by the way?
The black ooze?
No, the spiritual weapon.
Oh, it is a pair of rather ornate-looking sickles. So a pair of them. So they come into being. So I should have described it really. It was rather bland. But yeah, okay, so retrospect, yeah, a pair of ethereal, glowing sickles that look very ceremonial, and inscribed with draconic runes. Yeah, so then one of them span around and right through the ooze. That's my description. Thank you.
Okay. Ooze's turn. It's going to attack you, Tom.
All right.
That thing hates you,
It misses.
but not enough.
Top of the round is Vulcan.
It's still on the ceiling, right?
No, it's on the floor.
No, it's on the floor now. Still can't do anything. Right? I will shoot an underbolt at it. And it's 15 to hit.
That successfully plants itself within the ooze.
And well, it's 3 damage piercing. And I can't do anything else, so that was my turn.
Tom.
All right. I'm gonna take my hammer and take a big old swing at it. Whatever. 24.
Yeah, you successfully hit this thing and you might squish it a bit.
Okay, so 2d6. 6, 8 plus 5, 13 damage.
The most damage in a single hit we've done to this thing thus far.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, that's all I got.
Wrath?
Alright, I will very sneak attack. Let's see what this 13. It's a 13. Does that hit?
So I'm just trying to remember the rules of sneak attack. This thing has blind sight.
It doesn't care about that. If you have advantage on the attack, don't have or have an ally in melee with it.
Exactly.
Attack, so long as you're not attacking with disadvantage.
Okay, cool. Yep, that hits.
Perfect. Right, that's 1d8 plus 2 plus 1d6. Oh my. 4! That's
Whoa.
the minimum amount of damage.
Welcome to my world.
By the way, as your dagger hits this thing, and this is the same thing for
That's a
you,
rapier.
Tom, You start to know that there's like a sizzling coming off your weapons as they're slowly being corroded.
Oh, sure, destroy my weapons too. It's not like they're doing any damage.
I don't like this weapon was being useful.
Who's next?
I think it's me.
Lou, yeah, Lou, you're next.
Yeah. I'll make it needs to make another wisdom saving throw. As I mutter at it in Orcish again. 7. I really hope it fails. 7? Yes, it failed. All right, so it takes the full amount of damage, which is 18 psychic damage. And it has to immediately use its reaction to move away as fast as possible from me, as I cast Dissonant Whispers on it, which means it's going to provoke attacks of opportunity from everyone around it.
Sweet.
All right, who do you want them from first?
So I imagine it would run down that hallway next to Tom. Because that's the most away from me direction it can go.
Yes, that's the direction it is going to go down. So who wants to go first? Opportunity.
I want to go first.
Okay, I'm going then. Squish it.
All right, cool.
Wait, who's going first? Let's see, 17 plus 5, 23.
Okay, would you like to describe and claim your fame?
Alright, so imagine as this thing comes darting past me, I'm taking the hammer, I just kind of swing sideways, and as it's passing by the wall, I just slam it straight into the wall.
And with that, your hammer rattles the entire cave, and this black ooze is just plastered against this wall.
Good.
I think you didn't need the damage for it.
That's one enemy down.
Excellent.
Everyone else of initiative.
Right.
You see the little sparks of static kind of calm down, and you see Untom breathe a little bit heavier as he comes down from his rage.
So, rather than traipsing down one of these other corridors and potentially finding another one of those, do you want to just jump over the hole that it came
Yes.
out of?
That would seem
Sounds like a
wise.
plan.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Actually, is that bit of floor that Tom picked up still around?
Yeah, it's just on the floor.
I'm just gonna cast Levitate on it and move it over the hole, so we can walk across it.
Excellent, you can do that.
Awesome.
It has been a long time since I was in such skilled company. What is our remarks?
I'll lead the way, I guess.
We try our best.
Well, I guess your best wasn't good enough.
I rolled trip 6s on that damage. It was nice. All the ones that
Nice.
have been rolled.
I can't wait to die.
You're not going to die. Not while I have diamonds.
Not even the sweet release of death can save me from the Underdark.
Not while you have diamond.
Alright, so we're all gonna come through here. I guess I'm leading the way, so.
Yeah,
If
I was
you-
waiting for
What do I see as I come through this corridor?
Is anyone injured, by the way? Anyone left?
Nope, I'm good now.
I'm missing 7 HP.
I think.
Are you?
This is still from the fall from earlier.
Ah, right.
Lau has some HP missing, but it is but a scratch. Literally.
I will. I'll look over. I mean, I can take care of Vulcan if you don't. If you want to just touch up the paladin force, and I will cast Cure Wounds on Vulcan.
Thank you.
The paladin uses lay on hands and patches herself up.
Well, that works too. Vulcan, you heal. You get back to full unless you had more than 9 points of damage to you.
Nope, some full. Thank you.
So.
Actually,
What
I could
do
have
we
healed myself. But okay.
That's fine. I've got a
Yeah.
turn that lets me cast Cure Wounds.
I've got Healing Draft as an alchemical formula.
Oh, yeah?
So
Yeah.
yeah, for next time.
Okay, so as we come down
We're
this
all
hall,
good.
what do we see?
We're all good.
We have many sources of healing.
Yep.
You come to a very ornate door. It is decorated with those long, spindly tendrils that you saw previously.
Do we see anything else, like any other warnings or anything like that? Or
Give me a perception check.
Everyone?
5?
Anyone that wants to look?
All right, perfect.
Sure.
It's just a door.
14.
Yeah, Valdasar's got to wait for some sort of description to filter back from the front
19.
12.
or screams.
Oh, we have a door.
It's a very pretty door.
What does it look like?
It's a very heavy, pretty door with spindly tendrils on it.
It's a really interesting looking door right here.
If you'd like, I can come up and take a look at it.
Oh, sure.
I will squeeze
Hold on.
past the people that are in the way.
Go ahead.
Everybody makes room for.
And I'll just look and see if there's any indication of traps or anything on it.
Do me an Arcana check.
Arcana? Alright. 18.
It's just a door. A really pretty door.
I'm pretty certain it's just a door.
Yeah, all right. So,
I give
Umtom,
it a
can you
push.
just maybe... Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so as you push open this door, you see a room. Ha ha ha.
Well, considering how perceptive I am, that's about all I expect to get out of that.
This rune contains a certain stone fountain with a raised edge. The basin contains a shallow, blackish water, and at the centre of the pool, the rubble of a broken statue rests atop a pedestal. All that remain recognisable are a pair of clawed stone feet, clutching at the pedestal's top. Carved to the walls are 7 niches, as you can see. Water seeps into one of the niches through a crack on the wall. 2 niches that flank it are empty, and strange formless sculptures occupy the 4 remaining niches, and they're just in the 4 corners.
Valdasar, would you like to swing up here and take a look, please? This might be more your area of expertise.
Let's see. Yeah, he's shuffles his way to the front.
Let's go past.
Okay. Is there anything that Valdasar recognizes or would recognize about this arrangement?
The cameras are broken again.
Of course.
Anything he would recognise in this window? Do me a perception check, please.
Roger.
Or a religion roll or something.
He doesn't actually have religion. He does a perception. No, he doesn't. Perception, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I swore he was proficient in that. Oh well. Oh, for flip's sake. What's it? Sorry, I clicked on something that's gone all weird. Right, let's do this. 16.
In the dark waters of the fountain are lots of coins, a dagger with a hilt of a spider design, a bottle, and a vial.
Does he sense anything odd about the area? Anything?
Not with that roll, no.
Yes. Okay. It's just. I do not sense anything amiss, but.
So, can we all just walk in? Or...
Would I be able to use like survival or nature to tell anything about the water that's in the pool?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, if I'd
Which
known
one?
that, I would have rolled survival.
I will.
So, he found a dagger? Did I hear that correctly?
I was about to say.
18 survival.
Okay, so the water has been stagnant for a long time, but you don't see anything particularly wrong with it.
Can I
seems to
investigate
be-
this dagger
yeah,
to
so-
find out anything about it?
I mean, I can hold my breath a long
Let him
time.
finish talking real quick.
He doesn't actually need to know what's in it. There does seem to be several items of note inside.
Like, for example?
Like, for example, treasure. There seems to be some sort of dagger
Can
with
I
a-
investigate this dagger?
with an odd hilt.
Can.
You could try picking it out of the pool. So,
Oh, I'm afraid that might kill me.
Is it a shallow pool or is it a deep pool?
It's shallow water. It's
15.
water.
tell you what, Baldassar's actually just going to reach down and clutch this and pick up the dagger.
As I'm investigating it?
Yeah. That's why yeah, it's alright. You can still investigate it while he's lifting it out.
So, Valdsar, nothing happens, but Wrath, as Valdsar picks it up, you get a magical energy from it.
What does that tell me?
That this item has a magical energy about it.
Say, can I see that dagger for a second, my good friend?
Of course, he hands the dagger to Ra.
There I go.
What you have in your hand is a +1 dagger, drow dagger.
I will put that away.
There is also 112 silver coins in this pool, 41 gold coins, a vial, and a bottle.
Yeah,
Does the vial contain anything?
Yes, they both look like they contain liquids.
Can I check the files? What's in it?
Yes, you can. So you take the cap off and give it a sniff. Roll me
Yeah.
a perception check.
How much was the coinage again?
One.
I'm collecting all that.
Yeah. I was about to say, who's our bank man? Treasure master?
13.
Okay, so the first one you smell, you think it's a healing potion. The second one smells quite oily.
Hmm.
And it was 112 SP and 41 GP.
Okay.
Oh, that's profitable venture all round.
But I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna look to see like what's going on with the crack coming out of here. See if there's possibly another way out because we don't want to go to where the demon might be.
So you think that water is coming from where the demon thingy was?
Oh, so we think it just leads back to. We don't want.
All right. 18 silver, 6 gold each.
I thought we'd just pool our resources.
I mean, you guys can certainly pull it if you want. I am specifically keeping mine separate from everyone else's.
Yeah, that's okay. You do that. Then give the rest to... Didn't we have someone designated for that?
I think we're giving it to Vulcan because he's putting it in his bag of holding.
Perfect, let's do that. So subtract the bard fee from that and dump the rest into the astral plane.
What's the total again?
Hang on, I'll. So you should have in your bag in the party funds that are not the stuff that I have. You'll have. I'm keeping track of it anyways, but it'll be 1250 copper.
Just choking on my drink here, no one mind me.
344 silver. And 77 gold. That'll be what's in the bag of holding currently.
Well,
Can I ask?
it, but
Can I ask anybody of my magically inclined friends
Mm-hmm.
to if they can tell me more about this weapon that I've just taken without saying anything?
I can't cast Identify.
That would probably be a wise choice, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I see the dagger and I
Oh,
open it?
sure.
And I cast Identify on it. And I can do it for free.
I'm just going to. I'm just sorting it out.
Alright, well,
By the way, Valasar, and I grabbed the potion that smells like It's like oily potion. Do you know what this is? And I hand over the vial.
Let me see. Can he identify it in any way?
Yeah, investigate it.
Oh dear. That's better. 18. It's just oil, isn't it?
It is a
Totally.
vial containing oil of slipperiness.
AKA oil.
I see. Yes. I've come across many an urchin use this for practical jokes and such. Oil of slipperiness, I believe, was its name.
It's particularly greasy oil, is what you're saying.
It is as its name suggests.
Okay, if you want, you could keep it.
I would have no use for it, my friend. I would say perhaps perhaps say the more cunning of our entourage would have a better use for it than I.
Okay, the dagger.
Yeah. Hold on.
Is a Drellcraft dagger. So, Drellcraft. You know that items made by the creature of the Underdark have special magical properties. This one is just +1, and therefore it will just deal magical damage. But if it ever touches sunlight, it will just become a normal dagger.
Forever.
What does it look like? Does it look very cool?
Yeah, so its hilt is a spider.
That's awesome.
And its long legs clasp the blade.
That's really all that matters. Hold on, does it?
So it looks like a cool dagger, but when it touches sunlight, it's a normal dagger. It becomes a normal dagger.
Oh wait, I can throw that thing too.
You can throw all daggers.
So long as you throw it in the dark, yes.
I mean, you can
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that.
Well, again, I would have no need of such a thing.
Feel free to take it.
So who takes the oil?
I've got the oil.
Yeah. And I've got the healing potion.
I've got my very edgy dagger.
Emo dagger.
After looking around the room for a while, shrug my shoulders and turn to the group and I hate to say it, but it looks like we're gonna have to go down the other way.
Well,
It could hardly be worse than what we faced thus far, surely.
Let's go swim with a demon then, shall we?
Yeah.
I'm
just about ready to die.
The way we came.
Well, let's assume we're all just gonna trek to the water pool.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Marvelous.
So what do we find at the end of this cavernous tunnel?
Okay. So as you guys are all getting in here, Glabagor follows you. He blocks off the path behind you.
Forgot about him.
That's lovely.
So you can't go back. And Glabagor says to you, I told you that the way out is to the water.
Yeah, we had a whole thing back there. Just don't worry about it.
And as you're looking around, this is water is flowing in. You can easily conclude that the cracks were caused by the tremor that they experienced that blocked you in here for the first time. At the moment, the water is raising 1 foot per hour. But if you look at the cracks, you could easily conclude that you could break them and have more water fill in. And as you look up, which is 20 foot above you, you see a hole.
Baldassar's looking up at the host says, I assume everyone is coming to the same conclusion as I.
Yes, we have a flying bard and he will tie a rope, right?
I mean, I could do that. Alternatively, you could hold your breath.
I mean, I can do so for a long time. I don't know about the rest of you.
No.
No.
Especially
Not
not
really.
if holding your breath is tied to a roll, I will be able to hold my breath for 5 seconds.
They're also perks up because I am far too weighted to get up there.
I mean, you probably far too weighted to swim too. But you have a lizard that can climb on walls.
Oh yes, that I do. And then she.
All right.
You forgot
All
your
right,
own
so
mouth.
I take up position next to one of these
Sure.
walls, and I just say, "Well, when you're ready."
I will. I mean, I'll use a fourth charge from my Saturn and cast Fly and go up and see what's on the other side of the hole first.
So Leo is ahead of you and she gets up too. You get into a much larger cavern, and with your dancing lights, you see a building lit up. And this building kind of looks like a temple that's crashed. And in your mind, you hear a soft, feminine voice call out to you telepathically. Hello? Is someone out there? Oh, please, I need your help. I've been trapped in the dark for so long. So very long. Please.
Can we make insight checks too?
Is it calling out just to me, or is it calling out to everyone?
Just Leo and you.
I look over at Leo. You hearing that?
She nods in agreement.
Stick my head down.
Nothing's ever simple.
There's not really anything up here to tie it to, so you're gonna have to hit the wall.
All right, I hit the wall.
Oh, Barbasars, meanwhile, is just trudged out and is just happily floating on the water just below the gap, just merrily, just enjoying himself. Having a bit of a swim. Yeah. He looks quite interesting. It looks like he looks quite excited, like he's about to go on a water slide or something.
Okay, guys, so this water starts to fill up and you doggy paddle and try and keep up with it, and the room slowly fills up until one by one you bob up the tunnel and release your freedom.
Hey.
What can I tell while waiting for them? Because I imagine that takes a while. While waiting for them, what can I tell about this temple that we can see?
So Leo is going to stretch out her hand and see if she can sense anything. And she says, "I don't sense any undead or demons.
Well, that's nice to hear.
I sense a celestial, but that's Angaster."
Right. But yeah, like, can I tell anything about the construction or layout, like the outward exterior of this temple?
So this temple is very strange. It almost looks alien. It's very old, and as I said, it looks like it's crashed or crumbled or collapsed upon itself. It's at a slant, and that's it. That's it.
Right.
There's
So,
probably no
creepy
way
old
around
temple-
it, is there?
Creepy old temple that has nothing discernible on your radar in it, that has a telepathic figure calling out for help inside. I'm positive this is not a trap. I say in my most sarcastic voice.
As the others pop up, Glabagor also pops up as he has just floated to the top as well, and he looks around, and it looks like he will be joining you.
This is our second comic relief cartoon sidekick now.
Don't you know that this was like pitched as like Alice in Wonderland? It's wacky, it's weird. If you wanted something serious, I should have done Princess of the Apocalypse.
I'm enjoying myself.
I enjoy playing.
I'm not having a problem with it. I love this.
I enjoy playing the straight man in this group.
Okay, so now everyone's up there once again. The soft feminine voice reaches out to your mind and calls out for help.
Right, so I imagine you all are hearing this now.
Yeah, definitely hearing it.
Oh, sure.
Indeed.
Is there any way around the temple, or do we just go straight through?
I mean, yeah, you can. The cavern's quite large. The temple isn't blocking it. It's just there off at the side, so you could completely bypass this.
I'll look over at Leo. Which direction is it to the Dark Lake from here? Can you tell?
You don't think that we should help whoever's calling out for us?
Well, I mean, I think that whoever's calling out for us is very likely going to try to, if their intentions are ill, kill us and eat us or turn us into something strange. If their intentions are good, then call something else down on us by their very presence.
And if their intentions are indeed good, then I would not be responsible for leaving a helpless innocent down here to die.
Let's go already.
Which begs the question of, are we going to have to go through this thing anyways to get to the Dark Lake, or are we going out of our way? Which hence why the question of, do you know which way we need to go?
Leo rests her hand against the stone as she gets her bearings, and she points away from the temple. Just like, so if there's the temple, that's where she's pointing.
Right, so we're going to go in that direction anyways. We might as well check it out.
Can you hear us?
The voice doesn't.
So it seems this link works only one way.
Well, let's go find ourselves a creepy telepathic lady. I hope we don't get eaten.
You first.
Either
Camera on my
cannot
shoulder, and I
hear
start
us.
walking towards the temple.
Righty, and with that, I am going to end the session because I don't want Ken to miss this next bit.
Oh, dear.
I would have kept playing for another 4 hours.
Oh, dear.
I have prepped you guys all the way up to the end of Sloopladub, so I could have kept going. But we only do 4 hours.
All the way up to Sleeping Dog.
Yeah, up to Sleeping Dog. I hope everyone out there has had a good time. I know the cameras have got a little bit messed up. You can see the guys, you don't need to see me. I'm looking disheveled.
In fact, to be honest, it's probably better that you don't see us. It's probably bonus.
We'd like to thank you for watching, and obviously we'll see you in roughly 2 weeks. Don't forget to check out DM Tully tomorrow as he does Tomb of Annihilation. They are seeing Nanny Poo Poo.
Brilliant.
And you thought our characters were crazy with Globber Glue and Sloopladub and Blitty Blop.
I'm not crazy.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll say good night.
Yep.
Bye.
See you later, everybody.
Bye.